pleasant good afternoon, everyone, on a beautiful, cool, sunny day in Candlestick Park, San Francisco. Welcome to the NFC Championship game. Brad, Sham, and Verne Lundquist at Candlestick, where this afternoon the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers will meet for the right to play the Cincinnati Bengals in Pontiac in Super Bowl 16 2 weeks from today. Everything has been said and written by now, Verne, when it comes down to playing the game. Everything's been said about the turf, and everything's been said about the coaches and the 49ers Cinderella season. I always like to think that especially important games are won and lost more than anything else in the heads of the players. And I think that one of the most interesting things about this game is what you and I both perceive to be the contrasting attitudes of these teams. The Cowboys, losers in the championship game a year ago, losers to the 49ers earlier this year, are almost grim, snarling, ready. The 49ers, how interesting that they appear to be so cocky.
You've had a chance to talk with them this week. I have not. I have spent some time around the Cowboys and had an interesting conversation last night with Brett Musburger of CBS at the NFL party. And he asked me to assess the mood of the Cowboys, which is what all of us media types do during the week prior to the game to try and get ready for it. What do you think? What do you think? And I used the phrase that I thought they were in a snarling mood. There is a grimness about them. And he said that's really interesting because to a man, the 49ers are confident, cocky. They think they're going to win this thing and win it big.
The Cowboys will have one significant injury problem today. John Dutton not only won't play, he won't dress. He experienced some more swelling and internal bleeding in his injured right thigh last night. He will be in street clothes on the sidelines, and number one draft choice of a few years ago, Larry Bethea, will start at left defensive tackle. The winner of today's game between the Cowboys and the 49ers plays Cincinnati in the Super Bowl in Pontiac, Michigan in 2 weeks. Cincinnati has beaten the San Diego Chargers in miserable weather conditions today in Cincinnati by a score of 27-7. The weather here is very nice. Temperature will probably be in the high 50s, low 60s. Moderate breeze that should not be much of an effect in the game, and lots of sunshine. Almost light jacket weather here at Candlestick Park. The field, you've read and heard so much about the field, it's almost tiresome to talk about it anymore. It looks pretty, and it's not as in quite as good a shape as it looks like. We've already seen some divots come up just during the warm-ups. But it probably, for whatever it's worth, will be in better shape than it has been in quite some time, maybe better shape than it was in last week. Everybody is expecting a high-scoring game today, and so how fitting that both offenses were introduced to the crowd here. The Cowboys will wear white today. For those of you who keep track of such things, they wore their blue jerseys and the silver disco pants when they lost 45-14 in October. They're wearing white today with the silver helmets and pants. The 49ers will wear their red shirts with the gold pants and the gold helmets with the red 49er emblem on the side. And I guarantee you, I don't know if they're going to win or not, but I guarantee you the Cowboy players are as ready for this game emotionally, mentally, as we've seen them be in quite some time. And there's no question the Cowboys will miss John Dutton in this game today. They're just hopeful Larry Bethea will be able to fill in for him adequately enough. The 49ers expect to miss Ricky Patton as starting running back. Lenville Elliott, who has come off the injured list, will replace him today. We'll also see a lot of Bill Ring, a free agent from Brigham Young, who scored a touchdown against the Giants last week and was a cut by the Steelers in their training camp late this year. The Cowboys won the toss. They will receive, and they'll have the ball first. They'll move from our right to our left to begin the first quarter. Everyone, as we say, expects a high-scoring game. Bill Walsh said earlier this week he thinks the winner's going to have to score 4 touchdowns. Tom Landry says he would probably, if you gave him 28 points and asked him to just have that, he said he'd probably take it. Defense will certainly be a key in this game, but maybe only insofar as it is regarding containing the offenses rather than stopping them. Neither coach talks in terms of stopping the other team. This should be a dandy. Some people out here think this is the Super Bowl. If the 49ers wind up winning this game, that could speak very ill for them when they play Cincinnati in 2 weeks, but the Cowboys are hoping to be there themselves. Ray Wersching will kick off for the Cowboys, and with a play-by-play in the NFC Championship game, here's Verne Lundquist.
Thank you, Brad, and here's Ray Wersching with a kick. It'll go to the left side and maybe sail out of bounds. It bounces at the 10 and does go just beyond the outstretched fingertips of Timmy Newsom. And so they will bring it back, anticlimactically so, And Wershing will kick it off from the 30-yard line this time. It almost hit Newsom as it bounced at the 10, and he hopped back like a little bunny rabbit. And the official was right there, and the ball went out of bounds.
Maybe like a big bunny rabbit.
A big bunny rabbit. Boy, what a gorgeous day it is.
It's a gorgeous day, and it's really been a gorgeous weekend, which has probably helped the condition of the field a little bit. And this will be of interest to Cowboy fans, by the way, while they march back to do the kickoff again, who think that Tom Landry does nothing but X's and O's all the time. We went down to Fisherman's Wharf, as a lot of folks did yesterday afternoon. Beautiful, beautiful day yesterday. We ran into Tom and Alicia Landry and Tom Jr. as they were doing a tourist number, and I thought you had the line of the weekend at that point.
Well, I just said that must mean the hay is in the barn. He's confident if he's taking Saturday afternoon off and he's strolling down Fisherman's Wharf, he was not sitting in his hotel room watching film. Wershing has it teed up again from the 30 this time. The kick is straight down the middle. It goes a little to the left now, and Newsom has it at the 8. Back to the 10, 15, at the 20, up to the 25, and he'll be down at the 26-yard line. First down, 10, the Cowboys. Here's the offensive lineup for the Cowboys as Milt McCall makes the tackle. Billy Joe Dupree at tight end, Jim Cooper at right tackle, Kurt Peterson at right guard. He is starting today. Tom Rafferty, the center. Herb Scott is starting today. He worked out yesterday. He's been probable throughout the week, and Pat Donovan, the left tackle. Wide receivers are Drew Pearson and Tony Hill. The quarterback is Danny White. The running backs are Ron Springs and Tony Dorsett. 49er defense after this play. Both wide receivers come wide to the left side on first down 10. The backs are split. The ball at the 26-yard line. Now Dorsett shifts as the deep back in the eye. Pitch out Dorsett going right with Springs in front. He is hog-tied as he gets out near the 28-yard line by Carlton Williamson, one of the safeties for the 49ers. That's a gain of 2. San Francisco will come at you with a 3-4 defense on normal defensive situations. And they line up with Jim Stuckey, Archie Reese, the nose guard, and Dwayne Board at right tackle. The linebackers are Willie Harper, Jack Reynolds, Craig Pookie, and Keena Turner. The cornerbacks are Ronnie Lott and Eric Wright. And the safeties, Carlton Williams, Williamson, and Dwight Hicks. Second down and 8. Ball at the 28-yard line. This time both wide receivers are wide to the right side. And Ron Springs puts out wide to the left, leaving Dorsett the only running back. Danny White with a long count, drops back to throw, fires it over the head of Doug Cosby and behind Ron Springs. Obvious mix-up on the pattern, and it'll be third down and 8.
And that means we'll see Fred Dean come into the lineup in the defensive line. Matter of fact, they're going to bring in 3 new linemen. Dean, the UPI NFC Defensive Player of the Year, and Lawrence Pillars, the former Jet, who will go to left end, and John Hardy. And they will take out a couple of linebackers and go into their version of the nickel with 4 down linemen.
Back in October when Dean came in on the first passing situation, he sacked Danny White. Flew right past Pat Donovan. It'll be a shotgun formation for the Cowboys on 3rd and 8 at the 28. First series of the ball game. Rafferty over the ball. Snap is back. Here comes a blitz. White with time. Nobody open. They got him all the way back at the 15. It's Dwayne Board.
Interesting, the Cowboys sent nobody in the short right side of the pattern. They had a man or two down the right side. And Drew Pearson is talking now to the side judge about the fact that he thought he was held up more than 5 yards across the line of scrimmage. But a big sack and a loss back to the 11-yard line, and Danny White will have to punt, and the 49ers will have very good field position.
White is back at the 1-yard line on 4th and a ton. Freddie Solomon and Dwight Hicks wait for the ball near the 49er 35-yard line. Rafferty will center it on 4th down. Snap is back, a good one, no pressure, and here's White's kick. It looks like a good one to the right side. Solomon down at the 35. He skips out of a tackle and has blockers. Comes to his right at the 35. Skips out of another tackle. Skips out of a third and loses his balance and finally tries to get around the corner and is tackled at the 37-yard line.
Well, it could have been a lot worse than that. Angelo King finally made the stop. But it could have been a whole lot worse field position than that. The Cowboys' pursuit, Verne, was really pretty good on that play because Solomon did a lot of freelancing, and he's a dangerous punt returner. But they brought him down to the 37. Not great from the Cowboys' point of view, but not nearly as bad as it could have been.
Offensive lineup for the 49ers, Montana at quarterback, Earl Cooper and Lenville Elliott will start in the running backs. Freddie Solomon and Dwight Clark, the wide receivers, and Mike Schumann is also in the lineup. They will go with a 3-wide receiver offense and 1 running back. And now time has been called by referee Jim Tunney. Mike Wilson is also in the starting lineup, wide to the right side. Schumann and Wilson are in instead of Solomon and Dwight Clark. Well, that's a switch. The offensive line has Dan Audick at left tackle, John Ayers at left guard, Fred Quill in the center, Randy Cross at right guard, Keith Von Horst the right tackle, and Charlie Young is the tight end. Young comes tight to the right side, and Dwight Clark is lined up in tight to the left side. Here's Montana back to throw. Into the right flat it comes, complete. Mike Schumann has it for a near first down. It is good for a 1st and 10 up at the 48-yard line. Everson Walls made the tackle, but Schumann, the 4-year pro out of Florida State, made the grab for a 1st down 10.
And there will be a lot of attention paid to Walls today because he and a lot of the rookies are in the Pro Bowl. That was a little out pattern. Walls really played it about as well as you can when you're playing that soft on the wide receiver. The 49ers like to eat up ground that way, and they have the first down of the game.
Martin, Randy White, Larry Bethea, and Ed Jones up front for the Cowboys. We'll get the rest of it in a second. 1st and 10 at the 49er 47-yard line. Montana looks to his left as he drops to throw. Nobody there. Now he starts to his right, fires it up in the middle, and it's incomplete. Ball is belted free of Lenville Elliott by D.D. Lewis and Mike Downs. Good coverage by the Cowboys that time. Linebackers are Mike Hegman, Bob Brunig, and D.D. Lewis. The corners Everson Walls and Dennis Thurman. And the safeties, of course, are Charlie Waters and Michael Downs.
Now, on the first couple of plays, the Cowboys have had a little trouble getting any pressure on Montana. They are going to take Lewis, Brunig, and Hegman out now and come in with the prevent, which means Anthony Dickerson, Ron Fellows, Benny Barnes.
2nd down 10. Solomon comes wide to the right side. Splitbacks behind Joe Montana, and the Cowboys showing a blitz look. Pitch out, goes to Earl Cooper, heading to his left, cuts upfield and is down at the 50. It's a gain of 2.5. It'll be 3rd down and a long 7.
Now, there's an indication that Bill Walsh is intent on trying to run plays that he thinks are designed to attack things the Cowboy defense is not set up for. When you bring in the prevent on 2nd down and long, they're looking for the pass, so he went with a sweep left. They're not a great running team, and usually the times when they're most effective running is when you expect them to pass.
And now on 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7, they'll go with 4 wide receivers. Mike Wilson, Mike Schumann, Dwight Clark, and Freddie Solomon are all in the lineup. Charlie Young, the tight end. Montana back to throw, feeling some pressure, rolling out to his right. Looks downfield, now finally fires the ball, and it's caught at the Cowboy 32-yard line by Charlie Young. A tremendous throw by Montana to find Young open at the Cowboy 32.
Well, he really had pressure on him that time. Bethea had made good penetration and flushed him out of the pocket. Ed Jones was also giving chase, and while it was a great play by Montana, you also want to give an awful lot of credit to Charlie Young for freelancing enough to get open. He had curled right in between Charlie Waters and Mike Downs.
Montana now 2 out of 3 for 28 yards. 1st and 10 at the Cowboy 32. Here come the 49ers. Solomon breaks and goes to the left side. Dwight Clark is also in the lineup, and he is also a wide left. Motion now from Freddie Solomon, starting across the backfield to the right side. Montana has it, looks to his left as he drops, goes deep left side, man wide open. Caught by Lenville Elliott, 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. Brunig got caught and was behind Elliott.
That's a very good call by Walsh to throw on 1st down when the Cowboys have their run defense in. He sent Elliott out of the backfield. And, of course, Brunig, Hegman, and Lewis are the guys the Cowboys take out on passing down, so they threw at them, got Elliott deep behind the linebackers, and the 49ers, just as they've done all year, very impressive, marching with the ball there all the way down to the Dallas 8.
Well, this looks like a replay of the first game between the two teams. Solomon goes to the left side, and Clark comes to the right side. Split backs behind Joe Montana. Bill Ring is coming as a running back. Montana rolls out to his right, pops it into the flat. It's caught. It's going to be a touchdown. Freddie Solomon.
Dennis Thurman hit him up at the 5-yard line. Solomon tripped, kept his balance, and went on in. And just like that, the Cowboys have been driven on. About 63-yard drive by the 49ers with the opening march. Bad omen because I believe every team that has scored first in the playoffs this year has wound up winning. And the 49ers are on the board first with an 8-yard touchdown pass from Montana to Solomon.
Made it look easy. Ray Wersching on to try and make it 7-0. Montana will hold. They threw on every play but one in that drive. Here's the snap. It's a little low. Wersching's kick is up and good. There's a timeout on the field with our score. San Francisco 7, the Cowboys nothing. Like a knife through butter on that opening series. 63 yards they go. Montana 4 out of 5 for 60 yards. And Earl Cooper ran it one time for 3. So a 6-play drive, 63 yards for San Francisco. And they've got a lead of 7-0 as Wershing gets set to kick off for the second time. Key plays in the drive, the long pass on 3rd and 8 to Charlie Young, and then the pass to Linville Elliott, who had gotten behind Bob Brunick. Wershing says he's ready. Jim Tunney gives him the okay. Cowboys are deep, and here's the kick by Wershing. Very short this time. Taken by Jones at the 11-yard line. To the right to the 15, 20, tries to get outside to the 25, and is going to get up to the 29-yard line before he's tackled by Bobby Leopold. So the Cowboys get it on offense for the second time, and they went backwards last time. Dorsett picking up 2 yards, and Danny White sacked for a 16-yard loss. So Dallas has minus 14 total offense so far.
I would imagine that the Cowboys will try to establish that Dorsett can run before they get behind enough that they're going to have to throw, which is what happened out here in October.
Interesting, the 49ers have faced 9,000-yard rushers this year, and only one, George Rogers, has rushed for more than 100 yards. Wing formation, Dorsett moves to his right side now on 1st down and 10. Motion from Jay Saldi coming wide to the left side, and White will throw on 1st down. Pops once, goes across the middle, caught up at the 34-yard line. Catch is made by Billy Joe Dupree, the tight end. It's a gain of about 4. Craig Pookie, the linebacker, made the tackle.
I had a conversation with Dwight Hicks, the 49ers free safety, on Thursday. And I said, do you suppose that Dallas has either the ability or the tendency to use the same kind of passing game that you guys have used, that you could throw short for yardage instead of run? And Hicks said, yes, they have the ability, but we don't expect them to do that because when you come this far, you do what's been successful for you. That's not what they've done.
That's a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Cowboys. Now Springs and Dorsett split. The handoff inside to Tony Dorsett. Up the middle he goes and spins to the 42 for the first Cowboy first down. Dwight Hicks made the tackle. Dorsett, the first time out, gained only 21 yards in this game.
And that's already an improvement because in October the Cowboys didn't have a first down until San Francisco got out in front 21-0. That's, I think, when we knew it was going to be a long day.
That's right. Excuse me.
Okay.
1st and 10 at the 42. 7-0 San Francisco. We've got 9:20 to go first quarter. Dupree off the line to the right side. The back's in the eye. Wide receivers are split left and right. Now Billy Joe Dupree in motion. Now starts back to his right. And play fake. Danny White is back to throw. In trouble. Flag is down. White rolls out. Pops it across the middle. Incomplete. We'll have holding on the Cowboys.
And a linebacker blitzing in for San Francisco, and he had gotten behind his man. I believe it was Willie Harper on the outside right. And Jim Tunney's preliminary call is holding Dallas, which will mark it off. We can see on our Magnavox monitor that the blitzing linebacker was not Willie Harper. It was Keena Turner, who had chicken pox earlier in the week, but a very mild case and obviously is all right. And Jim Tunney marks it off and will tell us who was guilty.
Holding, offense, 10 yards, still first down.
Everybody, you, Jim?
Yeah. How about a number, Jim? So it'll be 1st down and 20. Cowboys huddle back to the 25. They break, and here we go. 7-0, 49ers. Tony Hill wide left. Drew Pearson is wide right. Backs are split behind Danny White. Now they shift back into the eye. 3-man front and a 3-man rush. Draw play. Dorsett coming left. He gets up to the 35 and is hauled down at the 37-yard line. Got about 5 back. It'll be 2nd down and 15.
Another key thing to remember now, and I would imagine it'll play a large role in the game, it has for these teams all year, is turnovers. San Francisco was the most prolific team in the league at acquiring the ball from the opposition. They had a plus 22 in their takeaway-giveaway department, and the Cowboys were a plus 18. So now on 3rd down and long, 2nd down and long, I beg your pardon, the 49ers are going to send in their pass rush team, Fred Dean and his friends.
Last time they did, they sacked Danny White for a loss of 16 yards. It's 2nd down and 15 from the Cowboy 37. Quick pitch out to Dorsett going to the right with Springs in front. He gets a block from Springs, and Dorsett cuts up to the 46-yard line. It'll be 3rd and about 5.
Real good block by Springs on the outside linebacker, which was a key over there.
And Dorsett is down.
Again, we could see on the Magnavox monitor when he cut back inside of Springs' block, the ground just gave way under him, and it would look like maybe he had cramped up or pulled a little something in his right leg when he cut. Now, that's just a guess, and we'll find out as soon as we can. They've taken him to the bench where they will look at him, and James Jones will replace him.
Looks like they're looking at his eye now.
Yeah, it really does, doesn't it? Again, we watch on the replay, the ground just gave way underneath Dorsett, and he continued to drive forward a little bit and then had a man fall on him, but they are sure enough looking at his eye. Well, that's so much for my diagnosis. That's why I'd sit up here.
Dorsett already has surpassed his effort in the first game between the two. He's got 24 yards on 4 carries. 3rd and 6 for the Cowboys, who will go from the shotgun. Dean is lined up at right end. Danny White 5 yards back at the 40-yard line. Snap is back. Stunt by the 49er front 4. The pass is deep, and it is caught by Butch Johnson at the 35-yard line. What a catch by Butch Johnson. First down, Dallas.
He ran a down and in and across and got behind Ronnie Lott and made kind of a nephew version of his Super Bowl catch against Denver of a few years ago. White overled him a little bit, and he had about a step and a half on Lott. And Johnson, diving, pulled the ball in at the 49er 35-yard line and got the Cowboys the first down. And it was interesting to watch the 49ers stunt and loop Dean around to the inside on the pass rush.
James Jones has replaced Tony Dorsett in the Cowboys' offensive backfield. First down 10 at the 49er 35. Dallas trailing 7-0, and White draw play to James Jones. He is going to be caught and dropped for a loss.
Archie Reese, the nose tackle, got him right now. Beat Rafferty, and a lot of people think that's going to be one of the big matchups as well in this game. Rafferty on Reese is really a pretty good player.
That's a loss of 1. It'll be 2nd down 11, Cowboys. This is their first penetration of 49er country. Now Billy Joe Dupree goes to the bench, and Doug Cosby takes his place with the play. Drew Pearson breaks and goes wide to the right side. Tony Hill will come to the left side. Danny White 2 out of 3 for 24 yards. He's been sacked once. 2nd down 11. Draw play again. It comes to the left side. Jones cuts back to his right and knifes down to the 30-yard line. He picked up 6. It'll be 3rd and 5. Willie Harper made the tackle.
That time Rafferty got his block on Reese and cut him down to the inside, or to the outside, and Jones slipped in behind Rafferty's block, cutting well. Boy, the mud has really come up at about the 32-yard line, in there where the offensive line is going to be grinding.
And the prevent defense comes in for the 49ers now. We've got 5:45 to go first quarter, 7-0 49ers lead. Ball at the 30, Cowboys 3rd down and 5, and they'll go from the shotgun. Danny White steps back, 49er cornerbacks up on the line to play bump and run. Motion now from Billy Joe Dupree, starting to the right. The snap is back, stunts again. White has time, into the flat it goes, and it's going to be caught short of the first down by James Jones at the 27-yard line. Bobby Leopold made the tackle, and I think we'll see Raphael Septien.
Well, you would see, yeah, here comes Charlie Waters in. And here comes Septien. The ball is at the 27. And Waters' spot will come at the about the 34. So this will be about a 44-yard attempt by Septien. The Cowboys are terribly late getting enough people in. Now Bethea comes back out. They almost had too many.
Now Waters spots the ball. Here's the snap, and Septien's kick is on the way. Plenty of distance, and it is good. From 44 yards away, Raphael Septien gets the Cowboys on the board. There's a timeout on the field with our score. Dallas 3, San Francisco 7. 7-3 ball game with 4:44 to go first quarter. And they are still checking Tony Dorsett's eye over on the Cowboy bench. And Kurt Peterson is also getting some medical attention now. Raphael Septien getting ready to kick off. Bill Ring. And I believe Freddie Solomon is the other deep man for the 49ers. Septien will kick it from the 35. Here's the approach and the boot. It'll be taken by Bill Ring at the 4-yard line. Comes up the center to the 10, to the 15. Hit and dropped at the 21-yard line. Tackle is made by Danny Spradlin, and the 49ers get it for the second time here in the first quarter. And they marched effortlessly through the Cowboy defense the first time they had the ball.
Well, the Dallas offense knows now that it can move, and that 3 points by Septien was very important just to get on the board. And now it'll be very important for the defense to establish itself, make sure the 49ers don't think they can just drive at will.
Freddie Solomon will come wide to the right side. Dwight Clark will go left. One running back and two tight ends. Montana to throw again. As time goes across the middle, and it's almost picked off. And it's caught instead by Charlie Young at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Young got a hand on the ball, tipped it up in the air. Lewis and Brunig both dove at it. Looked like it was going to be intercepted, and it fell into Charlie Young's arms at the 30.
Word now from the bench, Tony Dorsett has a scratch under his left eye, and he will return if his vision clears up. He's having blurred vision right now.
Young made a marvelous catch. That really took tremendous concentration.
Second down and 2. San Francisco at their own 29-yard line. Montana changing at the line of scrimmage now, and the Cowboys shift their defense accordingly. Play fake. Montana rolls out to his right, looks back deep to his right side, and the pass is thrown into the 49er bench. It'll be 3rd and 2.
They're certainly so far rolling to the right side toward which Bethea is playing. Now, I don't think that's at Bethea necessarily, because most teams are right-handed. But it just not having Dutton in there means that they can maybe apply a little more attention either to Ed Jones or to Randy White.
Easton Ramson comes in as a tight end. Bill Ring comes in as a running back. It'll be 3rd down and 2 at the 49er 29-yard line. Split backs, 2 tight ends, and 1 wide receiver. Handoff goes to Bill Ring, and he's not going to get it. Charlie Waters. And there's a fumble in the line of scrimmage, and let's see who got it. The Cowboys have recovered the football. Dallas comes up with a big hit by Charlie Waters on Bill Ring. And Dallas takes over at the 49er 29-yard line.
Well, we'll watch this again when we get a chance on our Magnavox monitor to see exactly who recovered the fumble. May have been Guy Brown.
And in the meantime, there's a timeout on the field with our score. Dallas 3, San Francisco 7. Well, television fooled us and didn't take a full timeout, and while we were away, James Jones picked up a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6 Cowboys now at the 49er 26-yard line. Drew Pearson goes wide to the right side. Tony Hill comes to the left. I formation in the backfield. Now the shift with Jones to the right side. On 2nd down and 6, Danny White with a long count. Maybe changing at the line, has it, snap. Goes back deep left side for Tony Hill. And it's caught, touchdown! Tony Hill with a catch in the end zone on the left side.
Eric Wright, the rookie cornerback, is really complaining, saying that he had bumped Hill out of bounds. That was a longer version of the pass that Staubach threw to Hill to beat the Redskins in '79. That was a remarkable play. White dropping back in a hurry, and Hill just ran a streak and got behind Eric Wright, the cornerback on the right side of the defense, and he didn't have any room to run on the sideline. And White laid the ball up right into Hill's arms. It couldn't have been a better pass, and Hill was pretty well covered by Wright. Mike Hegman recovered the fumble, and the Cowboys have converted. They take the lead, Septien to try the extra point.
I'll bet when we check that was an audible by Danny White. Raphael Septien will try and give the Cowboys a lead of 10-7. Here's the snap, and the kick is up. It's good. There's a timeout on the field with our score. Dallas 10, San Francisco 7. Cowboys take a lead of 10-7 on a 26-yard touchdown from Danny White to Tony Hill. And you'll hear it again on the postgame show. 2:49 to go in the first quarter. The Cowboys get the first big break of the game with the fumble recovery on the hit of Bill Ring at the 30-yard line. Dorsett, by the way, is still working over in the Cowboy bench area, catching some passes, trying to get his vision cleared up. Here's the kick by Septien. It's a dandy, and it'll be taken by Amos Lawrence at the goal line. Comes out to the right side. He's going to be hit and dropped, and a flag comes flying from way downfield, and the tackle is made at the 17-yard line.
Spradlin made that hit again. He's really been playing well on special teams lately, and he's very slow to get up because he made the hit with his shoulder. And you would expect either a clip or an illegal block from behind above the waist on the flag, but we'll wait for official confirmation. Well, we said turnovers would be important in the game, and sure enough, the first turnover has resulted in the Dallas score that gave them the lead. It is against the 49ers all the way back to the 8. Here's the call. Illegal block from behind above the waist is the call. That's the official's favorite call of the year. We're having a little trouble with the referees, Mike. That's not a housefly in your radio. That's a little problem we're having with the refs, Mike. Here come the 49ers, trailing by 3, 1st and 10 at their own 8.
2:40 to go first quarter. Split backs behind Joe Montana. Hands it off. It's coming to the right side. Linville Elliott, who's going to be dropped and driven back at the 6-yard line. He lost 2 yards.
Larry Bethea had excellent penetration to the inside on the running play, and he's playing against the best offensive lineman the 49ers have, Randy Cross, who has made a couple of all-pro teams at right guard this year. This is a very important series for Dallas because with the field position that they have given San Francisco, if the defense can hold here, and it's now 2nd down and about 12 at the 6-yard line, they could come out of this conceivably with only about 50 yards to go if they can hold and force a punt.
Dwight Clark and Freddie Solomon both go wide to the left side. One running back. That's Linville Elliott at 2nd down and 12 at the 6. Now Earl Cooper joins him in the backfield. He'd been lined up as a wing. Hand off Cooper over left tackle. He wiggles his way out to the 11-yard line. That's a gain of about 3. Let's pause 15 seconds for station identification. This is Dallas Cowboy Radio Network.
El Chico has 8 complete luncheon specials, plus all the extras, just $3.25 from 11 to 5 every day.
El Chico, not the same old enchilada.
Metro Media Radio for the Metroplex, KRLD, Dallas.
3rd down and 7. And the ball officially spotted at the 12-yard line. Here come the 49ers. Solomon goes to the left side. Charlie Young, tight end, goes in motion. Quick count, and Montana's back to throw. Pressure's coming. He fires across the middle, incomplete. Randy White and Harvey Martin were both in the face of Joe Montana when he let it go.
See, there is an example again, and you folks who are football fans don't need me to tell you this, but there's an example of what the pass pressure can do. White and Martin got great escapes, and they forced Montana to throw in a hurry, and he had to throw it away. Now, be aware of a fake. I would say that not because they have a tendency to do it, but because Bill Walsh is a sneaky pirate. And he'll pull out any kind of trick. But if Miller really does kick this thing away, Cowboys will have good field position. Jones is at midfield.
Jim Miller is 5 yards back in the end zone. He'll be kicking into the sunlight. Here's the snap back. Miller holds it and lets it go. And it's a fairly decent kick, but Jones will grab it at the 49 to the 45, to the 40, wiggling down to the 36-yard line. Cowboys with tremendous field position now.
That's what we mentioned when the defensive series started for Dallas. They wanted to hold there and force the punt. And the 49ers, of course, were aware of the pressure that Dallas could put on, even though they hadn't yet, when they called a couple of running plays. And you can see how important the run defense becomes. Larry Bethea makes the play on 1st down to force a 2nd down and 12. It's still so deep that the 49ers don't want to risk the throw, and they intercept down deep, and the Cowboys wind up with just 36 yards to go.
Interesting, the 49ers will start out with Fred Dean in the lineup, and they've got 4 down linemen now. Strength of their defense is to the left side. Cowboys on 1st down and 10. Cornerbacks come up. James Jones still the running back with Ron Springs. Here's a play fake. Danny White back to throw. Here comes Dean. He pops it out right side for Dupree, who drops the ball.
That was an interesting look at Dean, who turned Donovan inside out. Dean is angled out. He is split out from the right defensive tackle, at least 3 yards, maybe 4, and he's angled in toward the quarterback so he can take kind of an inside move if he wants it. Well, he gave Donovan a quick move and beat him badly, but James Jones came up from the backfield and pushed Dean to the outside to give White time to throw it. It was incomplete, of course, so it'll be 2nd down and 10.
2nd down and 10 at the 36. 10-7 Cowboys lead. Danny White back split behind him. Wide receiver split left and right. White will throw. Drops back. Screen pass right side to Ron Springs. He's going to be nailed for a loss back at the 40.
Well, nobody bothered to pick up the linebacker, and I believe it was Tina Turner, number 58, or 59, Willie Harper make it. On the outside, Rafferty was trying to get out in front to lead the screen, and that's a tremendous play by Harper because it causes a loss of 3 yards, and Dallas had taken over with great field position at the 36, and now the ball is 3 yards further back at the 39, and it's 3rd down and 13.
Butch Johnson and Doug Donnelly come in the lineup, and James Jones and Doug Cosby leave.
For a moment, the 49ers had gone back to their 3-down regular defense. Now they're back with Fred Dean at right end and Dwayne Board over at left end.
3rd and 13. And 42 seconds to go in the first quarter. Jim Tunney calls for a timeout to explain something to Danny White. He's up talking with White right now.
Well, he just reset the spot of the ball, I think, was the main thing.
Shotgun formation for the Cowboys. 3rd and 13. Donnelly is in the lineup. Wide to the left side. Snap is back. Here comes the stunning four-man rush. White with time. Goes deep right side. Caught by Donnelly at the 35. That'll be far short of a first down.
Excellent coverage by Saladin Martin in at an extra defensive back. And so the Cowboys, in 3 plays, gained about 1.5 yards.
This would be a 52-yard field goal effort by Raphael Septien, and Tom Landry's going to say nope. They don't want to take a chance on the miss and give up the field position.
They will hope to do what they did a moment ago, have White kick it out deep, force him into bad field position, hold on defense, and get good field position back the next time. However, the time has run out in the first quarter.
That's the end of the quarter with our score. Dallas 10, San Francisco 7. The winner of this game meets Cincinnati in the Super Bowl 2 weeks from today. Verne Lundquist and Brad Sham here for the second time this year. And I think really interesting how the Cowboys settled down after that opening drive by the 49ers.
Yeah, because they could have had thoughts of the last game, but this is the thing to remember is, I'm going to trot out all the old cliches now. This is a 60-minute game, and you can't, if you're a player, you can't let the momentary ebb and flow take control of your concentration and your emotion. Now, here's another important series. The Cowboys need a good punt from White, and then they need more defense to try to, again, claim good field position.
Dwight Hicks and Freddie Solomon wait for the punt at the 10-yard line. It's just a matter of which corner Danny White goes toward. Tom Rafferty will snap it back, 9-man front, and here come the 49ers, and the kick is high and coming to the right side. Solomon bumps Benny Barnes out of the way, and it goes into the end zone. Hit at the 2 and went into the end zone. So the 49ers will take it 80 yards away. It'll come out to the 20, and the Cowboys give up only 15 yards of field position on the punt.
Yeah, the 49ers got a break there. That was not the best kind of kick White is going to get in that situation. And now it'll, again, as we say, be up to the defense.
Montana is 5 out of 8 for 68 yards so far. He has not been sacked, but was pressured on the last series. Dwight Clark will come to the left side against Dennis Thurman, and Freddie Solomon breaks wide to the right side. First down and 10 at the 20. Montana takes the snap, hands it off. It's a running play. Earl Cooper coming left and loses 2 yards. Well, they may abandon that plan pretty soon. D.D. Lewis makes the tackle. Cowboy linebacker who played very well against Tampa Bay a week ago.
Well, that was a tremendous play right there. Knifing inside, and it was also a good play by Martin, who held his ground, did not take the block, strung the play wide, and let Lewis come inside.
Second down and 12. Clark comes left again. Solomon goes right against Everson Walls. Cooper is in a wing to the right side, leaving Lenville Elliott the only running back. Handoff goes to Bill Ring instead, who had come in there, and he's got some room to run. Breaks loose on the left side. He's going to get up to the 29-yard line before he is tackled. Nice run by Bill Ring.
Well, they really fooled the Cowboys and tried to send the flow of the play left and came back to the right with a counter. And Ring is a kind of a typical 49er Cinderella story. He was picked up as a free agent, as we said earlier, after the Steelers stopped him. And the pursuit was kind of slow to react to Ring, and then he bounced off a couple tackles and made another 5 yards at least before D.D. Lewis was able to drag him down. 3rd and inches.
Just short of the 30-yard line. 10-7 game. Cowboys leading with 13:35 to go second quarter. Double tight end offense. Earl Cooper directly behind Joe Montana. Charlie Young starts in motion to the right side. Cooper gets the hat. No, it's a fake. And the pass is complete to Charlie Young for a first down at the 32-yard line. Thurman made the tackle.
Ed Jones, a little upset with himself, thought he might have gotten a hand in Montana's way toward the ball, and it was a play fake, rollout, quick toss. Pass went for about 2 yards, but it's good for a first down.
Ball is actually going to be spotted at the 33-yard line. Charlie Young starts out, now goes back to the huddle, and Dwight Clark comes out of the lineup.
Now, Clark is one of the 49ers been bothered by the flu all week. He was pretty sick, Monday and Tuesday especially.
Solomon goes right side. Double tight end offense for the 49ers on first down and 10. Cooper and Ring in the backfield. Handoff goes to Cooper, weaving to his left, cuts upfield, and he'll be stopped after a 2-yard gain at the 35.
Randy White ran into him. He looked like he ran into a brick wall. I mean, he literally just stopped. His big old Rice University legs were churning forward, and he got about as far as number 54, and then just stopped. It was like you took a still shot in a freeze frame.
Second down, 8. 10-7 game. Cowboys lead. 12-17 to go first half. Solomon again. No, Clark goes wide to the right side, and Solomon will come to the left side. One running back, and Cooper in a wing to the left side. Play fake. Montana rolling out. Ed Jones misses him. He goes deep. Man wide open. It's caught by Dwight Clark at the Cowboy 26. Ed Jones went right by Joe Montana. Blew right past him.
Montana ducked underneath him, and then Montana had a wide open man down the 26-yard line. Everson Walls got beat to the inside, and that hadn't happened to Everson in quite a while. And again, the footing is such that Jones was not able to stop on a dime and cut back, but Clark ran the kind of route that has put him in the Pro Bowl.
85 catches for 1,100 yards in the regular season. Here come the 49ers, trailing by 3, 10-7 with 11:24 to go in the first half of play. Both wide receivers to the right side now on first down. Motion coming left. Eason Ramson, and the 49ers have to call timeout.
Well, that's one there that might loom a little large later in the half. Montana was a little bit thrown off by the Cowboys' defensive adjustment. The sod squad is on the field, the mini groundskeepers who come on to replace the divots.
49ers use one of their timeouts, and they're now back in the huddle. They've got a first down 10 at the Cowboy 26-yard line after the 38-yard pass play from Joe Montana to Dwight Clark. Clark will line up as a tight end to the left side this time. Motion now from Eason Ramson. Play fake. Montana back to throw. He's in trouble. Got him at the 32-yard line. Harvey Martin was there. And Randy White was also there. And Ed Jones was also there.
Martin was the first one. He rolled off Dan Audick's block. Audick is a guy who's really done a good job for them since they got him from the Chargers, and last week they used Audick and the left guard Ayers to try to work on Lawrence Taylor. Martin made a very nice spin move off Audick's block, but the reason that Martin was able to make the sack was that the pressure was coming from Jones on the left side and White inside, and gave him time to get back to the quarterback.
Second down, 15. Split backs, wide receivers left and right, and Montana has the snap. Goes deep left side. Dwight Clark wide open. He's got the ball at the 22-yard line in front of Ron Fellows.
I tell you, that guy's got radar. He has really had an unbelievable year, and he's got a knack of somehow getting open. He's big. He's not the fastest guy in the world, but he's got great hands and just tremendous moves. I guess he's reminiscent a little bit of a Raymond Berry type of receiver. He may have a little more speed than Berry had. But that was a big play for them. Sets up 3rd and 5, and here's another huge play for Dallas.
Cowboys keep the prevent defense in on 3rd down and 5. Montana sends Mike Wilson in motion out of the backfield wide right. He's back to throw. Looks toward the right side. Goes deep down the right side. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Cowboys, and they're going to get a touchback, I believe. Yes. No. They're going to rule the interception made by Everson Walls at the 1-yard line.
Walls had excellent coverage on his man, step for step, and Montana, of course, has the confidence that he's had all year that he could beat the coverage. But this is the Everson Walls of the early part of the season. He'll get beat for a big play and come right back with ice water in his veins. Cliché number 2 of the day. Walls cut right inside of his former fellow Cowboy rookie, Mike Wilson, to make the interception.
9:57 to go first half. Cowboys have the ball at their own 2-yard line. Look at the replay seemed to indicate that Everson Walls was tackled and forced into the end zone, which should have been called a touchback, but thus was not the case. The Cowboys have the ball at their own 2. Timmy Newsom has checked into the offensive backfield now for Ron Springs, so the Cowboys' 2 second-year running backs are in the backfield in the championship game. James Jones and Timmy Newsom. Double tight end offense and 1 wide receiver. Up and down set by the offensive line. Fumble at the 3-yard line and a scramble for the ball. Who got it?
I don't know. Was it a fumble? I think he may have just snuck it out.
Maybe so. I thought he fumbled the thing.
I will hope to get a shot of it on the replay, but I don't think he fumbled it. I think that they're just trying to get a little bit of elbow room to work with down there, and he backed up and ducked his head down, White did, like he dropped the ball, but I don't think he ever did.
Gain of 2, or gain of 1. It's at the 3-yard line. 2nd down and 9. Double tight end set again. Backs are in tight behind Danny White. Rafferty, handoff goes to Ron Springs, and he doesn't get anything. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Once again, Archie Reese, the big hulking nose guard out of Clemson, won his battle with Tom Rafferty on the nose. Reese came in and made that play, and it's 3rd and 9, and you would almost look here for the Cowboys to just run again and kick. I'd be very surprised if Tom Landry was sending in a pass play with his quarterback in the end zone. But Newsom has just brought a play in. Springs is leaving. Right now the Cowboys are still in the huddle, and there are 10 seconds left on the play clock. 9, 8, 7, now to the line with 6.
And they are at the line. Danny White has 2 seconds to get it snapped. 1, he does. Hand off to the second man, James Jones, going left. Gets a stiff arm, and he's going to be dragged out of bounds near the 10-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 2.
But he at least got enough yardage to let Danny White kick the ball. The 49ers are keeping the pressure on, but what a big play by Everson Walls to make his first playoff interception and keep the 49ers at bay. White lined up in his own end zone, and the 49ers have Hicks and Solomon at their own 45. They are now going to have good field position.
4th down and 2 for the Cowboys at their own 10. They lead 10-7 here in the second quarter. Snap back for Danny White. And the kick by White, not particularly good. Fair catch is called at the 47, taken by Dwight Hicks at the Cowboy 47-yard line. 37-yard punt. And the 49ers take over in Cowboy territory with 8:19 to go first half. A 10-7 game. San Francisco jumped on top 7-0. And then the Cowboys came back with a field goal from Septien, recovered a fumble, and a touchdown toss from Danny White to Tony Hill.
That fumble, by the way, was probably caused by a hit by Benny Barnes.
Here comes San Francisco. Montana is 8 out of 12 for 120 yards. He'll hand it off to Earl Cooper. Straight up the middle, Cooper runs. He's got huge yardage down to the 36. That'll be close for a 1st and 10. Waters and Lewis make the tackle.
That's the one you don't want to let happen.
That's an 11-yard gain, 1st and 10.
Tremendous block on Brunig by the center, Quillen, and Cooper blew through that hole.
Here comes San Francisco with 7:49 to go. 10-7 Cowboy lead. Freddie Solomon wide to the right side. Double tight end set. Montana with his back split. Sends one of them in motion wide to the left. That's Linville Elliott. Montana back to throw. Hops it deep. Man wide open at the 24. It's Solomon. 1st down, 10, San Francisco.
That time Walls was playing off Solomon a little bit. Came up and hit him as soon as he made the catch. But the 49ers are really moving again, just like they did on the first drive. All the way down to the 25.
1st and 10. 7:14 to go, first half.
They have had more success on their last 2 first down plays than they've had the whole day, and that's been a key for Dallas so far.
Dwight Clark and Solomon both come to the left side on 1st and 10. Cooper and Elliott in the backfield. Solomon in motion, followed by Everson Walls to the right side. Inside handoff, Linville Elliott driving down to the 20-yard line. Harvey Martin made the tackle. That's a gain of 4.
Well, they're running more than I thought they would, and more than... Of course, Walsh indicated that they'd come out throwing in the first quarter, and they did. But they're trying to move it on the ground now. They've had moderate success. Cooper has carried 5 times for 20 yards. Ring 2 for 11. Elliott has 2 carries for 2 yards. It is 2nd and about 5 at the 20-yard line.
Montana now 9 out of 13 for 132. Solomon to the right side. Clark to the left. Backs come off of the wide receivers. Cooper in motion, and Montana back to throw. Looks deep, ducks out of a tackle, pulls it up, fires it deep. Man is open, touchdown. Dwight Clark. Everson Walls Dennis Thurman gave up on him.
Yeah, that should never have happened. That was a horrible defensive play. The pressure was good on Montana. He made a tremendous throw. because he was on his way down. The pressure was good, and he was really being bothered. And he got it away over the middle only because he saw Clark break away. And I don't know, I was not watching Thurman and Clark out on the left sideline down around the 5, but Thurman, for some reason, quit on the play when it looked like Montana was in the grasp of someone, and it was thrown right over the middle, but Thurman just didn't come with him.
Here's Wersching's kick. It's good. There's a timeout on the field with our score. San Francisco 14 and Dallas 10. This crowd is electrified right now by the touchdown pass from Joe Montana to Dwight Clark.
A crowd that had really been silent, and the Cowboys have seen that as they go around and see animated crowds all over the league. That was a heartbreaking play if you're a Cowboy fan, because Brunig had made excellent penetration and had Montana around the ankles. But he somehow maintained enough balance to throw the ball 20 yards into the end zone. And again, the key was Clark breaking free of Thurman, and he was just so all alone. It was just ridiculous.
Wersching will kick it off. The Cowboys have not had Dorsett in the lineup since midway through the first quarter. Went out with a scratched left eye. Here's Wersching's kick. It'll be taken by James Jones at the goal line. Back to the 10, comes to his right, cuts back to the center of the field, still on his feet, gets out to the 20. Cowboys take over 80 yards away.
That was some miserable coverage of the kickoff by the Cowboys. There's red shirts down there in such a hurry without any blockers. I said miserable, that's probably a little strong. It was just real average.
Well, Dallas trailing for the second time in the game. They trail by 4, 14-10, 6:01 to go first half.
And 49ers then did what Dallas had tried to do time before. Cowboys kept them out for a moment with Wall's interception, but couldn't get any offense going because they had such rotten field position. Then the 49ers took advantage of that to score.
James Jones is still the running back with Ron Springs behind Danny White. White under Tom Rafferty. Pitch out, comes to Springs, right side, cuts back and gets 2 yards, 3 yards now as he's down at the 23. 5:30 to go in the first half of play. Cowboys 2nd down and 7, and Tony Dorsett has made a reappearance in the ball game. He just checked back in. He and Springs are split behind Danny White on 2nd and 7. Cowboys trailing 14-10. Hand off Dorsett. Drives forward, gets out near the 28-yard line, perhaps the 29. It'll be 3rd and 1 as Jack Reynolds makes the tackle with 5:10 to go in the first half.
He makes a little difference.
He does indeed.
And there was a case where it wasn't, I just don't think Dorsett gets enough credit for his inside running ability. That wasn't anything of outside speed. That was that inside power driving of those very strong legs. So here's a big play. Well, we said that a bunch already, but Dallas needs to drive a little bit and maintain possession of the ball and get in the end zone.
3rd and a long one with 4:40 to go. Saldi a little confused about where he's supposed to line up. 3rd and 1. White calling out the signal. Saldi in motion. Play fake. Danny White wants to throw. He wanted to go deep. Nobody's open. He rolls out, fires it for Dupree with a first down. Billy Joe to the 32.
Well, the funny thing about that was Dupree was the intended receiver, but not like that. Dupree had gone down across the 35, cut to the inside, and he was on his way on an out pattern, and he flat fell down with the footing. Picked himself back up and came across the formation, and White, scrambling around till he could find that Dupree was open, dumped it off to him short for the first down. But Dupree was the intended receiver, and he was open until he fell down.
3:55 to go first half. Cowboys first down 10 at their own 33-yard line. They break the huddle. Keena Turner late getting into the defensive lineup for the 49ers. 3-man front. 2 linebackers up on the line of scrimmage. Dupree splits out wide to the left side. Way out wide left. High formation in the backfield. Pitch out. Dorsett going left with Springs in front. Tries to turn the corner and does, and he's bounced out of bounds at the 36-yard line. That'll stop the clock with 3:31 to go first half. Jack Reynolds chased him over there.
That's the old toss play. That is the play they give most often to Dorsett. And they picked up a few. Doug Cosby brings the play in now. And the key on the toss, again, if you're a Cowboy fan, you've seen it all year, but they like to run it out of the eye because they can bring Springs out as a lead blocker, and he's good at that, and it gives Dorsett a little bit of running head start. So they got about 4. It'll be around 2nd and 6.
2nd down 6, 2 wide receivers, both wide to the right side. Backs in the eye, and Cosby, the tight end, is tight left. Drew Pearson starts in motion. Danny White play fake, wants to go deep again, nobody open, looks around, rolls out to his right, still nobody open. Now finally fires the ball, and it's caught at the 49er 47-yard line by Tony Hill. Oh, what a catch.
Say, the 49ers really covered well. White had all day, so the protection was wonderful. First he wanted Springs, and then he wanted Dorsett. And the linebackers came up and covered extremely well for the 49ers. Hill, again, did a good freelance job to get open. He was belted out of bounds as he made the catch. And so it'll be a first down at the San Francisco 48-yard line. And give White, again, tremendous credit for scrambling around and finding his receivers. White is really having to earn his money today because the 49ers are covering well.
White is 8 out of 10 for 74 yards. First down and 10 at the 47-yard line. 14-10, Cowboys trail. Motion from Dupree to the right side, and White back to throw. Pumps once, going deep for Drew Pearson into man coverage, and the ball is intercepted. Picked off by Ronnie Lott at the 5, and the flag is down. Back to the 10, to the 20, 25 to the 30, 35, and down to the 36-yard line. We may get offensive pass interference.
We should. Pearson was the man who pushed off. And the interception was caused because there was such good coverage that Pearson had to play the ball short. This should be offensive pass interference.
Here's the call, pass interference against the 49ers. Oh, my goodness.
Well, we're going to see it again on our replay, and it may be that Lott shoved him first. It looked to me like Pearson was the guy who pushed off. He made his cut, he came downfield, they looked up for the ball, and he reached up and shoved Lott from behind. And that's a bad call. No? You don't think?
No, I think Lott was shielding him off the ball in the replay. It looked like he might have been. I'm sure we'll get a chance to see it again.
Yeah, I'm sure we will, too. That's a very iffy call, a big play for Dallas. Pass interference erases the interception by Ronnie Lott and gives the Cowboys possession at the San Francisco 13-yard line.
Or look at the replay again, and Lott, apparently the call is that Lott held up and Drew ran through him. I'm not sure. There was early contact. Anyway, the Cowboys are at the line with a big break. High formation in the backfield. Hand off Dorsett to the 10, driving down to the 6-yard line. 3:51 to go first half. Eric Wright makes the tackle.
Lott cut in front of him and got position on it. Is that interference?
I don't think so.
Again,
I'm surprised by the call. I thought it was going to be offensive.
I thought it was offensive interference when I saw the play run. And from the replays I saw, I still think the Cowboys got a break there.
It'll be second down and 5 at the 6-yard line. Double tight end set again. Dupree to the left side and Cosby to the right. Drew Pearson, wide receiver. Handoff goes to Springs. He's hit. Gets to the 5. It'll be third and about 2.
Well, what a play by Reynolds. Middle linebacker who knifed inside his block. Made the grab of Springs, and then he got the good body lean forward across the 5. Dallas has a tough 2 yards here because they want to hold on to this thing and get the touchdown. They can regain the lead if they do that. Saldi comes in. Hill comes in. And here comes, interestingly enough, on third down and 2 at the 5, here comes the pass rush defense for the 49ers.
Cowboys break the huddle as Dwayne Board hurries onto the field with Fred Dean. Springs will split wide to the left side, and the Cowboys have 2 wide receivers to the right. Pitch out Dorsett going left to the 5. Touchdown, Dallas! Ron Springs with a sensational block on the left side. And Dorsett goes in untouched. The Cowboys back on top.
One almost wonders if it wasn't an audible by White, it was the closest thing to a called audible by Landry because they sent in the pass rush defense. Tremendous lead block by Donovan to take out the cornerback and a fine block by Ron Springs to take out the linebacker, and here's Septien to add the extra point.
2.5 to go first half. Waters will hold. Here's the snap. Kick is up, and it is good. With the score, Dallas 17, San Francisco 14, there's a momentary break in the action. So let's pause for this. You're listening to Dallas Cowboy football.
Man, I'm still sick.
Cowboys get a break with a pass interference call that wiped out a Ronnie Lott interception. And then Dorsett goes in on 3rd and 2 from 5 yards away. Dorsett now with 44 yards on 8 carries.
Let me again make the point that it was a terrific play call, whether it was an audible by White or whether Landry looked up and saw that the pass rush defense was in early enough to anticipate sending in the running play. But as he has such a knack of doing it, as Walsh does, Landry sent in the right play for the defense that was in the game. That was the pass defense with the linebackers taken out, a four-man rush, Dean in the game, and they got a fine block by Donovan, who had pulled out and blocked down on the cornerback, on the free safety, Dwight Hicks, who was trying to make inside penetration. Then Springs got an outstanding force block to the inside on a linebacker, and Dorsett was able to tippy-toe in. And it's 17-14 Dallas with 2:30 to play in the first half.
Amos Lawrence and Freddie Solomon are back, or Bill Ring, rather. And we'll see who gets it. Rafael Septien getting ready to kick off. Here's the approach. And the boot by Septien, high and fairly short. It'll be Amos Lawrence at the 5. Fumbles the ball. Ring picks it up on one hop and goes right and is knocked down at the 20. It bounced right back up into his midsection.
Guy Brown made first contact with Ring, and then Everson Walls wrapped him up for the tackle. Dorsett has come back in after sitting out for quite a while with a scratch under his eye, has carried 8 times for 44 yards. Cowboys have 123 yards of total offense to 180 for the 49ers, but Dallas has the edge on the scoreboard at 17-14, 2:20 left first half.
Montana breaks the huddle. Solomon and Clark both come to the left side. Cowboys are in the prevent defense on first down. Montana drops back. Here comes Martin. He rolls out, goes across the middle. Ball is popped free, incomplete. Tremendous hit on Earl Cooper from Benny Barnes and Tony Dickerson.
That's at least the second time today that Benny Barnes has really laid the wood to somebody. There is a veteran player who just doesn't get enough appreciation from those of us in the media, from Cowboy fans, and maybe from a little bit of the opposition around the league. Barnes made the hit. Dickerson was there with him. They forced the 49ers to cough it up. Second down 10, San Francisco at their own 20-yard line.
Solomon left side against Ron Fellows. Clark is wide to the right. And a split in the backfield. Montana with a handoff. Linville Elliott on the sweep to the left. He's going to be cut down at the 22. It'll be third down and 8 at the 22-yard line. Tony Dickerson and Randy White make the tackle.
Dickerson made the play. He was the man who slid inside. The 49ers got their blocks pretty well out in front on the initial people, and that's where you got to have the pursuit. Dickerson was there, and he made the play.
2-minute warning. Timeout on the field with our score. Dallas 17, San Francisco 14. Mike Wilson in the lineup comes to the left side. Solomon wide right. Montana back to throw. Cowboys stunning. Oh, my gosh. Ed Jones buried him back at the 11-yard line of the 12. Absolutely wiped him out.
What a rush by Jones. That's what Ed refers to as his power rush. He says he talked about that last week. 49ers, by the way, are calling time. Dallas is calling time to try to preserve some of the clock. Well, there's a case of what Stautner talks about, Bethea knowing the Dallas defense really paying off, because on that stunt, Jones just demolished Randy Cross and Joe Montana.
Jim Miller is on to punt on fourth down. James Jones waits for it near the Cowboy 45-yard line. 1:55 to go first half. Here's the snap back, and Miller's kick. Line drive will be returned. Jones on the run, fumbles the ball. And ball is free, and the 49ers recover at the 42-yard line.
Oh, brother. Amos Lawrence fell on it. Jones just took his eye off the ball and looked upfield. And what a momentum swing that is. This is going to be very important. The Dallas defenders now keep them out of the end zone. Jones was looking upfield. Lawrence, the quick release man, was downfield in front of Jones, and James Jones was thinking about how much yardage he was going to pick up on the return. Critical fumble, which are even at 1 each now.
Here come the 49ers. First down 10 at the Cowboy 42-yard line. 1:45 to go first half. Montana will throw. Drops back. Looks deep. Nobody open. Rolls to his right. He's going to run. There's a flag down. Jones has him at the 40-yard line.
The flag was thrown on the deep side of the defensive left part of the formation. I don't know why there wasn't one thrown in the line of scrimmage. The 49ers are acting like Dallas. It's holding Dallas, defensive holding. If Harvey Martin wasn't held on a double-team block, I'll wear your hanky for a bandana home, I'll promise you.
Automatic first down.
But it's an automatic first down on the defensive holding call on the Cowboys. with 1:37 left to play in the half, and the 49ers now at the Dallas 35.
Holding, 24, back to the end of the run, 5 yards, first down.
Call is on Everson Walls. First down at the Cowboy 35-yard line. They tacked it on to the end of the run. 1:37 to go first half, 17-14, Dallas lead. Here come the 49ers. Solomon breaks to the right side, Clark to the left. Montana has it. Handoff up the middle it goes. Cooper coming to the left, gets to the 30, another flag flies.
Ron Fellows came up from the secondary to cut Cooper's legs out from under him, and that was a heck of a play. At that, he got 5 yards. Let's see if this is going to be a hold on the 49ers. Holding. No, personal foul. Clipping on the 49ers.
That's a big one.
Still lots of time here, 1:31.
Well, the Cowboys were sitting pretty after the great play by Ed Jones, and James Jones fielded the ball on his own 47-yard line and never grabbed hold of it.
Never looked at it.
Now the penalty is marked off all the way back to the 45-yard line.
Well, there's a break for Dallas. Jim Tunney will tell us who did the clipping.
Maybe he will.
Well, they're going to have a zebra convention first. We had the Shriners at the St. Francis meeting and convention. Now we got the zebras at Candlestick.
Here's the call.
Personal foul, crackback, 87, 15 yards, still first down.
Yeah, I didn't think that was a clip. It's a similar looking call to a clip, but instead of the referee bringing his hand behind the knee, it's a circular motion down to the knee. Crackback block.
First down and 20. The ball back at the 45-yard line. Montana, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Here comes the rush. Harvey Martin almost gets him. He does. There's a fumble. A scramble for the ball at the 49-yard line. Who got it? Dallas recovers. What a great play by Harvey Martin. What a terrific effort by the Cowboys' right defensive end.
He's playing a marvelous game today. Martin came looping around from the outside. There's a Cowboy slow to get up now. And it looks like it may be, is it Fellows? No, it's
Larry Thea.
But Martin came around. There was a stunt on from Randy White looping around to the outside left of the formation, and Martin came around with the blocking confused by the stunt defensive left. Martin came around, reached into Montana's hand, and pulled the ball loose and fell on it. So the Cowboys do get it back at the 49-yard line. 1:24 left in the half.
Shotgun formation for Dallas. Tom Rafferty over the ball. Danny White 5 yards back. Long count by the Cowboys. Here's the snap. 4-man rush. White stands strong. Nobody open. Can't get rid of the ball, and finally the whistle blows.
In the grass. In the grass for a loss of about 6 back to the Dallas 45.
Clock is currently stopped at 1:17.
Well, he had all day long to throw. Incidentally, I got to look up the stat, but Harvey Martin had a whole bunch of, I think he had a playoff record for fumble recoveries anyway before that one.
Clock is running again with 1:10 to go. Second down and 17 from the Cowboy 45. Simply good coverage by the 49ers that time. 4-man front for San Francisco. White has the snap. Here comes the rush. Danny screen pass right side to Dorsett, who drops the ball. It'll be 3rd and 17.
Well, he was looking upfield. They had the screen set up.
3rd and 17.
So the Cowboys apparently are on the verge of squandering an opportunity.
Again.
And it'll be 3rd and 17 from the Dallas 45 with 51 seconds to go in the half. Turnovers now, 3 for the 49ers, 1 for Dallas. 2 fumbles and a pass interception. White in the cockpit of the shotgun on 3rd down and 17. Blitz is threatened by the 49ers, but only 4 men are coming. White looks to the left side, shakes out of trouble, fumbles the ball, goes back and falls on it at the 31.
Well, you got to say something about the San Francisco defense. It was just brilliant on that series, and they really got an emotional lift from it. Don't forget the Cowboy defense, which caused the fumble, but they had the ball again at the San Francisco 49, San Francisco calls time because there are 44 seconds left, and they are hoping to have good field position and a shot at some points, but the 49er defense gave White nobody to whom to throw. I mean, you can only hold those big fellows coming in there off for so long, and there was just nobody open, and nobody could get open.
Danny White back to punt on 4th down. 49ers have Dwight Hicks and Freddie Solomon waiting for it near the 25-yard line with 44 seconds to go in the first half. Tom Rafferty will snap it back. There's the snap back to White. No penetration, and the kick by Danny. High. And no fair catch call. The ball is taken by Dwight Hicks at the 30, and he skips up to the 38-yard line before he is down.
42 seconds showing on the clock, and the 49ers have one timeout left, but of course they're very good at working the sideline. And the key now for the Cowboys with 34 seconds on the clock will be to keep the 49ers from scoring here just before the half.
Cowboys will have the prevent defense in. They have sacked Montana 3 times today and intercepted him once. Montana is 10 out of 15 for 152 yards.
Big series.
Mike Wilson comes wide to the left side, and Freddie Solomon is wide right. 1 running back and 2 tight ends, and Montana back to throw. Has time, fires it short for Clark at the 42-yard line. He tries to get out of bounds, and does he? Yes, he does, with 26 seconds to go in the half.
Didn't get a first down, but got out of bounds. Cowboy coaches were trying to say he didn't get out of bounds, but a good job by Clark of doing that. So they did not have to use a timeout. 49ers are at their own 44. Cowboys trying to go to the dressing room with a 3-point lead. 26 long seconds till halftime.
Here come the 49ers. 3 wide receivers come to the left side, and 1 is in tight to the right. Montana has the snap. Rush is coming. Montana across the middle. The ball is caught at the Cowboy 44. Catch is made by Dwight Clark. And here come the 49ers in a hurry with 15 seconds to go. They're going to try and run the play without the huddle. Now they will use their final timeout with 11 seconds left in the half.
And you want to be very careful that you're not so concerned with covering the sideline pass that you don't give up either a pass down the middle would be dangerous, but so would a draw, which would take you a little bit more by surprise. And then if they might have time then to line up, throw the ball out of bounds, and still have time to kick a field goal. So this is going to be a play for everybody in the white shirts to really stay on their toes.
Clark and Solomon both come to the left side. 49ers, Joe Montana barks out the signals. 11 seconds to go, first half. The ball at the Cowboy 45-yard line. He has the snap, 2-step drop, pops it across the middle. It's caught by Freddie Solomon at the 29-yard line. 6 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and they're trying to go without a huddle, and the halftime will end. They do not get the next play run off. It's halftime with our score, Dallas 17, San Francisco 14.
Here at Candlestick Park, we're at halftime with a score of 17-14 in favor of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not going to introduce the fellow standing next to me. I just want him to say hello, and you just say hello, and you'll know who it is right away.
I don't know who it is.
Well, I'll have to identify him for you. Lon Simmons, of course, who for so many years has been here at Candlestick calling the action of the 49ers, and we just want to take a chance to say hello, Lon. And, well, I don't want to say how do you like the ball game. How can you like the situation that just prevailed in that first half where breaks go? But it is quite a contest, isn't it?
I don't mind the way it is right now because of the fact the 49ers have turned the ball over a couple of times to them. They've gotten 3 atrocious calls from a fellow who better have quite a few points on the card, I think. And they're still only behind by 3 points. So I don't think their position is that bad. They certainly could have been leading this half and should be leading, but they've gotten all the bad breaks and they still are in the ball game. So I certainly am happy with the way the situation is.
Well, how does it feel to sit down in the stands, though, and see a bad call like that and really be able to say what you want to say?
Yeah, it does. I've learned some new words in the stands, and not from what people around me were saying. I didn't know I was capable, really. Capable of being 500 yards away from an official and yelling at him as though he could hear me.
You're getting some practice, huh?
But Don and Wayne, you guys have done an outstanding job this year.
Well, I know a lot of people out there have missed you, Lon, and we will just want to say hello and after all the many years that you served the 49er faithful through some frustrating seasons, and I know you got to be happy the way they've been going today.
I'm very happy, and all I want you guys to do is just let me come over and look at your Super Bowl ring. Good luck.
Very good. And good luck to the A's this year, Lon.
All right.
Good. Thanks for coming on. Lon Simmons, of course, the longtime voice of the 49ers.
17-14, Dallas leads at the intermission, and we have the pleasure of the company of one of the greatest running backs in the history of the game, O.J. Simpson, who is no longer playing and looks to be happy about that fact.
Well, yeah, I sort of miss it a little bit, but I'm enjoying what I'm doing now, and I'm having a good time, and I'm a fan. What can I tell you? I'm enjoying this game, and I've enjoyed the season.
And today, are you a 49er fan or a Cowboy?
Well, obviously, I grew up in San Francisco, and I had the opportunity to play my last 2 seasons here in San Francisco, one with Bill Walsh and many of the guys who are on the field today, so I am a 49er fan.
You know, Jay, a game like this does so much for the city, for the community, to get into a title game, and then if you win it, it really has a big impact on everybody.
Well, when you consider this city has never had a world champion, the 49ers, as long as they've been here, never had a world champion. I flew up from L.A. today. I got here about 3 hours before game time, and as I approached the stadium, I told Ahmad Rashad, a guy who came up with me, that, you know, it's great we got here early because nobody's here. When we turned in the parking lot, it was filled. It was already filled. There was no traffic because everybody was already here.
We've seen some good action for 30 minutes. There's one sad fact which prevails about this game to this point.
Well, you know, it's real unfortunate because it has been a well-played game, and I've seen some calls that were questionable, but I don't think that call was questionable at all. I feel bad for Mr. Lott because he made a super play, and when you're up 14-10, you make a great play like that, you got the ball at midfield, it could mean an awful lot.
Could mean the outcome. It could mean the game.
Yeah, 49ers could go in and score their high. Dallas is down. Instead, Dallas is up 17-14, so it really had an effect on this game, no matter what happens from this point on.
Neither Pat Summerall or I saw anything with our naked eye, and then what we saw in the replay gave no indication that it should have been defensive interference. Well, perhaps offensive interference more than anything.
Well, I looked over at the TV announcers over there, and they looked over at me, and everybody had the same reaction. It was a bad call. It was a great play by Lott, and I'm with Brody, I'm with Rashad, and we all thought it was a one great play by Lott. Anybody watched it visually, had the opportunity, saw that it was not interference.
Well,
but that doesn't mean anything at this point.
You still have to play.
17-14 at halftime.
O.J. Simpson, nice to see you, and thank you for joining us. Happy New Year, Jay.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you and everyone watching. I hope you enjoyed the second half as much as this first half.
Brad Sham back with you at halftime now at Candlestick Park, where the Cowboys lead the 49ers 17-14. And we have the privilege of visiting again at halftime with Cowboy center John Fitzgerald, who is on the injured reserve list and helping the coaches in their booth. Probably the biggest play in that half was the pass interference call on Ronnie Lott. As we said from up here, we really thought it was offensive interference. It looked like Drew had pushed off. The Cowboys, in any case, got a big break on that play. How did you see it?
Well, honestly, the first time I saw it, I thought it was, against Drew. But on the replay, you can clearly see that, Lott hit him first or cut in front of him, and I guess I'm not sure the wording of the rule, but a defensive back can't cut in front of a receiver just to completely take him out of the path of the ball. He has the right to the path of the ball also.
So
I agree with the officials. Yes,
you did.
That was the replay.
All right. What are your impressions overall of the first half and how they portend for what Dallas will be able to do in the second half?
Well, first of all, they came out in their normal offense doing a few things different. You had to adjust. We did give up that long drive. I think the defense is now adjusted to it, and they're going to probably have to readjust when they come out in the second half. But I think the offense, we're going to see a lot more power running from the Cowboys. And mixing it up a little bit with the pass, because I think we've been having pretty good pass protection, but defensive backs have been doing a good job covering our receivers. That's why you've seen a couple of traps.
Fitzy, thank you. Hopefully we'll be doing this in the Super Bowl.
Well, I want to do it in 2 more weeks.
And as Fitzgerald said, look for the Cowboys to try to control the ball on the ground more in this half. But first they're going to have to play defense. The 49ers will get first crack at it. Septien has it teed up to kick away. Dallas with a 3-point lead and 30 minutes away from a possible, well, not a possible, or 30 minutes away from a berth in the Super Bowl. There's no more possibles if they win this. They're in a Super Bowl, but they have to defend a 3-point lead. Septien has it teed up to kick it away to Bill Ring and Amos Lawrence, and with a play-by-play, here's Verne Lundquist.
Okay, Brad, getting a little chilly now as the sun goes behind Candlestick Park. Only the far stands are still in the sunlight, and the ball blows off the tee. Bill Ring and Amos Lawrence deep. 49ers will go from left to right here in the third quarter. There is no real wind problem today, so no advantage for either team in terms of that element of the weather. Ball has been re-teed at the 35. Jim Tunney, the referee, gives the whistle, and Raphael Septien approaches the ball. Here's the kick by Septien, high, to be taken by Lawrence at the 2. Right side to the 10, out to the 15. Watch out, he's at the 20, and ankle tackled and down at the 24, perhaps the 25-yard line. Robert Newhouse made the tackle for the Cowboys, and we'll see where the ball is spotted. It'll be spotted just shy of the 25-yard line. 49ers will go with their same offensive unit to start the second half. Joe Montana, Earl Cooper, and Linville Elliott in the backfield. Freddie Solomon and Dwight Clark, the wide receivers. Dan Audick, John Ayers, Fred Quillen, Randy Cross, and Keith Fonhorst, the offensive line. And now Cooper is out, and Walt Easley is in the backfield as a fullback. Easley and Linville Elliott. First and 10 at the 25. Splitbacks behind Joe Montana. Handoff goes to Linville Elliott, and the sweep to the left. He gets 4 or 5 yards out near the 30-yard line. Tackle is made by Mike Hegman. The Cowboys have Harvey Martin, Randy White, Larry Bethea, and Ed Jones up front. Hegman, Brunig, and Dede Lewis, the linebackers. Corners are Dennis Thurman and Everson Walls, and Charlie Waters and Mike Downs are the safeties. That's a gain of 5, second and 5 at the 30-yard line. And the 49ers break. Dwight Clark will come to the right side against Everson Walls. Freddie Solomon lined up in tight to the left side right now. He may come in motion. Nope. Handoff goes to Cooper, who had come back in the lineup. He gets out to the 32-yard line and is shoved backwards by Bob Brunig. It'll be third and about 2. 17-14 Cowboys lead. Just underway in the second half of the NFC Championship game from Candlestick Park. Eason Ramsden comes in as an extra tight end. Third down and 2 from the 33-yard line. 17-14 game. Cowboys have their goal line defense in there. Dede Lewis and Michael Downs go to the bench. Double tight end set for the 49ers on 3rd and 2. Handoff, right side, Bill Ring, caught short. 49ers will have to punt. Ring does not get it, and the punting unit comes on. Guy Brown made the tackle for the Cowboys with help from Bob Brunig. So James Jones, who bobbled the last punt return he attempted, goes back to wait for the kick from Jim Miller at the 25-yard line.
One real important thing about that defensive series is Tom Landry is very fond of saying that frequently games, and especially close games, are decided in the first 5 minutes of the third quarter.
John Fitzgerald, I don't know whether he made the point with you on the air, but he told me the same thing at halftime. He thought this would be it. Here's Jim Miller back to punt on 4th down. It's a high kick, and Jones signals a fair catch, comes up and grabs it, fumbles the ball. Now let's see who got it at the 35. Cowboys recover. That is the second fumble for Jones on a punt return today. But this time, Dallas does retain possession.
You want to, well, there's almost a little fisticuff action going on down there. Who's upset? Dennis Thurman? That's an interesting sight. Thurman screaming at somebody and being held away by the peacemaker, Ronnie Lott, whose personal tutor at SC was Dennis Thurman. Now, do you want to bet there will be someone different returning punts for Dallas later?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, the Cowboys really need this first offensive surge to pad the lead.
Tony Hill comes wide to the left side. Drew Pearson, or is it Butch Johnson who's wide right? It's Johnson in the lineup. Springs and Dorsett behind Danny White on 1st and 10 at the Cowboy 34-yard line. 49er cornerbacks come up to play bump and run. Handoff Dorsett. Power sweep to the right. He spills his way out near the 40-yard line. A pickup of about 6 yards. Ronnie Lott made the tackle.
And again, the tempers are flying.
Herb Scott a little slow getting back up. That'll be a gain, let's see, of 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 5 at the 39.
It is getting a little cool up here now, isn't it?
Uh-huh. 17-14 Cowboys lead, 12:20 to go, third quarter. Dorsett now with 49 yards on 9 carries. High formation, wide receivers left and right. Handoff Dorsett. Starts to his right, jammed up, gain of 1. It'll be 3rd and 4 at the 40. Ronnie Lott made the tackle again.
Dorsett started to have a good little room to run to the inside, made a stutter step cut, and Lott came up and really lowered the boom from the outside. So here's a play where Dallas will try to hold on and maintain pretty good field possession if they can convert this one. Third downs, the Cowboys have made only 2 of 7, but so is San Francisco, exactly the same, 2 of 7.
John Hardy, Fred Dean, Lawrence Pillars, and Dwayne Board are in as the front 4 now, and the Cowboys will go from the shotgun on third down. 2 wide receivers left side, 1 is wide right. Staldy starts in motion. The snap is back. The blitz is coming by the 49ers. White is in trouble, rolls out to his right. He's in real trouble now and fires the ball incomplete. They'll throw it. Intentional grounding for Danny White.
And that is as it should be, because there was not a white shirt anywhere in the vicinity. They are doing a good job of putting pressure on White, and they're doing an even better job of covering his receivers.
Danny White, before the game, had some comments about this very young San Francisco secondary.
They play with a great deal of confidence. They take a lot of chances. They go after the ball. They clue the quarterback, and they are easy. They are easy to beat if you have the right play on at the right time, and you are trying to do certain things to them.
That's a loss of down for the Cowboys, so it'll be 4th down, and they will have to punt now. 4th down and 22. Dwight Hicks and Freddie Solomon wait for the kick at the 35-yard line of San Francisco. White is back inside the 10. Rafferty over the ball. The snap back is a good one. No pressure, and White gets it away, but it's a low kick, and it'll be taken by Hicks. He comes to the right at the 40, tries to circle outside, gets by Steve Wright, is knocked out of bounds at the 49er 49. Good field position for San Francisco.
Good open field tackle by Guy Brown, but Hicks just had more speed than Steve Wright could match, and the Cowboys defense will really be tested here.
There's a timeout of the field with our score. 49ers 17, Dallas 17, the 49ers 14. Joe Montana thus far in the game, 13 out of 18 for 186 yards. And here comes San Francisco. Solomon goes off to the left side, and Charlie Young is split wide to the right side. Montana will throw on first down, looks deep left side, man is open, pass overthrown. Incomplete at the 15-yard line, and Montana was decked after he let it go. And he is down, as a matter of fact.
I think he's back up now. I think the flanking out wide of Young is interesting. We haven't seen that yet. One thing we thought might happen, that they might try to isolate Young on Waters. Now, they haven't worked on doing that very much today, but maybe the flanking out of Young like that is a portent that they are at least showing the Cowboys the look of doing that.
2nd down and 10, San Francisco at the 50-yard line. They go left to right here, third quarter, and here come the 49ers. Split backs, 2 tight ends in. Solomon in motion wide to the left, followed by Everson Walls. Inside draw play, the running play, big hole all the way down near the 40-yard line.
I got a great block in the middle on Bethea and Brunig, and that's where the hole went. Randy Cross, the right guard, and the center, Fred Quillen, opening right up there, and that's where Brunig went. That's where Ring went. Brunig reached and got a hand on him, but Quillen made a real nice block from his center position. Straight ahead drive block on Brunig, took his legs out from under him. And Ring, who is an opportunistic little runner, made the cut. And they're going to bring the sticks out to measure, see if the 49ers got the first down. They're very close at the Cowboy 40-yard line.
They will stretch the chain now at the 40, and it's going to be just a little bit short, about 2 chain lengths. 3rd and a couple of inches. Clark comes in. Easton Ramson goes out. 3rd and less than a foot at the Cowboy 40 in a 17-14 game. Dallas leading. They have come from behind twice to take the lead, and it has been a struggle for the Cowboys on offense today. Here come the 49ers on 3rd down and less than a foot. Easley and Ring are the running backs. Quarterback sneak. Montana's got a first down at the 39. Went over to Larry Bethea, and Bethea made the tackle with help from Brunig. So a fresh set of downs now for the 49ers to work with. 1st down and 10 at the 39-yard line. Easley comes out. Earl Cooper goes on in. Bill Ring also comes out. And Linville Elliott stays in the backfield.
Be a great place for a turnover, wouldn't it?
Cowboys have had 3 so far. Dwight Clark wide to the left side. Charlie Young split off 2 yards to the right side. Montana to throw. Scrambles, rolls out. Harvey hits him as he lets it go, and the ball is incomplete at the 25. Everson Walls tipped it away, and a flag is down in the offensive backfield.
Could be a hold. Holding San Francisco. Cowboys had good pass pressure on. Again, they've really had very good pressure all day long. Walls almost came up with a spectacular interception there, diving with Solomon. And the options being given the Cowboy defenders. The ball come back to the 49. Here's Jim Tunney.
Illegal push in the back, number 68, 10 yards, still first down.
That's John Ayers, and now the 49ers will go with their 4 wide receivers in the lineup. They've got Solomon Clark, Mike Schumann, and Mike Wilson. And no running backs.
Dallas to the prevent defense.
First down and 20 from the Cowboy 49 with 9:57 to go, third quarter. Here's Montana dropping back. Here comes Harvey Martin, gets a hand on him. Montana fires across the middle, caught by Charlie Young. He's got the ball at the 33-yard line. It'll be second down and 3.
I'm very impressed with how Montana is staying cool in the face of great pressure. And it's the second time today that he got a pass away and complete with a guy draped all over it. That was not terribly unlike the touchdown pass to Dwight Clark earlier, because he had somebody hanging all over him, and Young, who's having a fine game, did a good job to get open, and the 49ers got a whole bundle of it back now.
Second down and 3 at the Cowboy 33. Montana has 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 in the slot to the right. Half roll out to the right, pops it out. It's caught by Earl Cooper. He's got a first down at the 28-yard line.
Charlie Waters lost his footing momentarily. That gave Cooper room to turn around, get open, get a first down before Waters regained his footing, came over and knocked Cooper out of bounds. So with the clock stopped at 9:07 left, the first 5 minutes of the third quarter have been somewhat inconclusive, although the 49ers have really hung in there defensively, and on offense they are moving the ball now down to the Dallas 27-yard line, and it's again Cowboys gut check time for the defense.
49ers overcome a first down and 20. They've got a first and 10 now at the Cowboy 27. Fred Quillen over the ball, snaps it back to Montana. Handoff Linville Elliott, goes left. He drives forward and breaks a tackle, gets inside the 25 to the 24. 8:35 to go, third quarter. Second down and 6. Dwight Clark goes wide left. Solomon to the right side. Montana has Solomon going in motion wide to the left. The handoff goes to Earl Cooper, bolting up the middle, down inside the 20 near the 18. Randy White makes the tackle, maybe a first down.
That is the second play in a row that the Cowboys looked like they had the defensive move on, they had the running play stopped, and the 49ers broke it anyway. Second play in a row.
Mike Wilson comes in with the play selection from Bill Walsh, and Freddie Solomon will leave. First down at the 16-yard line officially, or 17 rather. Montana has Wilson wide to the right and Clark wide to the left. He'll throw, looks toward Clark, now rolls out, fires it across the middle, intercepted by Randy White at the 13-yard line. The ball was tipped off the intended receiver, and Randy White comes up with the interception. D.D. Lewis with pressure on Montana, and the Cowboys get their 4th turnover.
Lewis was blitzing on the play, and he got a good blitz. Montana was forced out of the pocket by Lewis on that blitz. Threw off balance, off his back foot. The ball went off the hands of Linville Elliott into Randy White's arms.
There's a timeout in the field with our score. Dallas 17, San Francisco 14, with 7:41 remaining in the third quarter. Randy White of the Cowboys gets his first pass interception ever.
As a pro, anyway. Tip drill worked against the 49ers that time. They've made so many big interceptions defensively all year long when the ball hit the receiver in the hands and went to the defensive man. This time the Cowboys took advantage of it. They thwart another San Francisco attempt, and Dallas really has got to drive here. Big play there by both Randy White on the interception and D.D. Lewis on the blitz.
Tony Hill comes left side against Eric Wright. Butch Johnson is in the lineup. We don't know if Drew Pearson is injured or not, but he's not played in the second half. Splitbacks behind Danny White. Motion now from Butch Johnson. White has it. Play fake. Goes back to throw. He pops it out for Ron Springs, and it's over his head, incomplete.
And look how open Butch Johnson is down to the 50-yard line. There's nobody near him. At that, when the ball left White's hands, it looked like Springs would be able to make the catch. He'd gotten just a step or two of running room on the defensive back, Carlton Williamson, the strong safety. Had he made the catch, he probably would have been able to turn upfield for the first down. Instead, it's incomplete. Well, the Cowboys really have to drive here, if for no other reason than to reverse the bad field position they face.
Total offense for Dallas so far, 115 yards. Johnson is wide to the left side this time, and two wide receivers are split wide right. Cornerback's up on the line again for the 49ers. Danny White to throw. Looks, he's being chased, pulls up, fires it across the middle, and it's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Leopold at the 15. He's down at the 13.
Well, there was a case where the pressure was coming, and White threw it away. And as we said, the tip drill worked. The pressure was coming. White again had no one to whom to throw. Dwayne Board had him around the waist. Fred Dean hit him as he got rid of the ball, but Donovan had knocked Fred Dean to his feet, to his backside. So Dean got up after being blocked onto the ground and came in. The 49ers had it at the Dallas 13.
First down and 10, San Francisco. Dwight Clark wide to the left side. Solomon in tight right. Montana under Fred Quillen is center. Hands it off to Bill Ring. Power sweep to the left, down to the 10, and Downs has him at the 7-yard line. But that's a gain of at least 5, maybe 6. 17-14 with 7:13 to go, third quarter. And the second Cowboy turnover, first pass interception for Danny White. It'll be second down and 4. Today's attendance, 60,525. There were 536 no-shows. Largest crowd in 49er history. Second and 4 at the Cowboy 7. Waters changing the defense. Montana pitch out. It comes to Walt Easley, who is knocked down at the 5. It'll be 3rd and 2. Mike Hegman made the tackle. 3rd and 2 from the 5-yard line.
How big would it be if Dallas could somehow hold the 49ers to 3 points here?
6:25 to go, third quarter. Ball is just inside the 5-yard line. And the Cowboys are going to make a defensive change, and they're going to have to hurry on as the 49ers break the huddle. Here comes Steve Wilson, Guy Brown. Bob Rooney calls timeout.
The reason is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 Dallas defenders. Oh, that was embarrassing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There were 10 defenders on the field.
There's a timeout on the field with our score. Dallas 17, San Francisco 14. Here come the 49ers on 3rd and 2 from the Cowboy 5, trailing by 3. Double tight end set. Montana has it, hands it off up the middle. It comes left side, and I don't know. It's going to be close for the first down at the 3. Walt Easley carrying the ball. See where they spot it. They're going to bring the chain out.
I was like you. I thought they'd fake the run and throw the ball in the end zone. But they went for the power run for the first down. And it's going to be a long trot now across the field for the guys with the chains.
And the stretch of the chain would seem to indicate that, let's see if they got it or not. No, they did not. They're going to come up short.
And Ray Wershing is standing on the sideline. He wants to come in, but I think the 49ers are going to... They're indicating that they're going to go for it. They are going to go for it.
They will go for it on 4th and about a foot.
Ernie Stutner's trying to send in some defensive signals. 49ers will go for it here.
4th and a foot from the Cowboy 3, and the 49ers trail by 3. And the Cowboys will dig in. 49ers huddle back at the 10. We've got 5:58 to go, third quarter. Here comes San Francisco.
Now watch the rollout of the play fake.
Clark in tight to the left side. Charlie Young tight to the right. Johnny Davis in the backfield. Quarterback sneak. I think Montana got the first down. There's a flag down on the far side. Offside against whom? No indication yet. Dallas.
Well, first down. He gets first down. And the flag from the way but he's acting probably would be against the Cowboys and decline.
It's an offside Dallas. And they will apparently take the penalty now. Let's see. Here's the call.
Offside, defense, second man from the right side. After this is the goal line, first down.
I think Mr. Sonny's losing his voice.
What is it, second man from the right side?
Yeah.
Well, that wouldn't necessarily be the right tackle because you probably got some linebackers up on the line of scrimmage.
So it is now first and goal from the 1.5, and here come the 49ers. 5:45 to go in the third quarter. Hand off Johnny Davis. He powers in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
He's their specialty runner on short yardage. So the 49ers only had to go 13 yards after Bobby Leopold picked up the tip ball on the interception after the Cowboys had gotten it back when Randy White made an interception. They convert a fourth down and inches on a Montana quarterback sneak and a penalty. And Worthing will try the extra point. 49ers have the lead again.
Montana will hold. This is the third time San Francisco has had the lead this afternoon. Here's the snap back and Worthing's kick. It's good. Cowboys have a player who's being helped off the field. It's Ron Fellows, I believe. Nope.
No, it's Michael Downs.
Cowboy free safety. Michael Downs is the injured player. And he is receiving assistance as he walks over toward the Cowboy bench.
On television, they are showing what Ray Worthing was complaining about. Ron Fellows stepped on his foot trying to come in on the extra point rush. Worthing was really complaining to Jim Tunney about that. Downs, with some assistance, comes to the bench. Cowboys will get it back again. 5:44 left, third quarter. Now down by 4, 21-17. Or I should say again, down by 4.
Ray Worthing will kick off. The Cowboys have 3 men deep, Newsom, Wilson, and James Jones. Here's the approach by Worthing and the kick. It goes left side. Newsom lets it bounce, and it goes out of bounds, and the kick will go back and be taken from the 30-yard line.
While they do that, we might read to you a note we got at halftime concerning the pass interference call on Ronnie Lott in the first half. Information from the officials' locker room. This is their statement, that side judge Dean Look ruled that while the two players, Pearson and Lott, were running downfield, the defender, Lott, bumped the receiver, Drew Pearson, and then cut off Pearson's path before Lott caught the ball. That was why they called interference.
I'm looking down at the 49er bench, and I believe Joe Montana is receiving some medical assistance on the bench.
I think he is, which is why Guy Benjamin is warming up.
Montana's sitting on the 49er bench. I have no idea when he might have gotten popped. Well, the kick will be taken again from the 30-yard line. Cowboys trailing 21-17 with 5:39 to go in the third quarter. And the Cowboys have Michael Downs on their bench. And Worthing will try and kick it again. Here's the approach. Squib kick. Goes left. Jones has it at the 15, 20, 25. Going right and down at the 31-yard line.
Well, it looked like the ground opened up and swallowed him, didn't it, when he got to the 30-yard line?
Milt McCall made the tackle, and the Cowboy offense, which has not been able to generate much today, trots back on the field.
Well, and it's just really been unimpressive in the second half.
They have not moved at all, and total offense 115 yards on this soggy surface here at Candlestick.
Montana, we're now told, was hurt on his fourth down quarterback sneak when the penalty gave him a first down.
Here comes Dallas, 70 yards away, trailing by 4, 21-17. Dorsett the deep back in the eye. Draw play, Dorsett coming left. He is tackled at the 33. It's a gain of 3 yards.
Well, Reynolds made a fine play reacting to the inside at a delay. Looked like Dorsett had all kinds of running room. But the two inside linebackers, Jack Reynolds and Craig Pookie, really reacted well to get over there and make the tackle after a gain of just a couple. It's second down and about 8. And the 49ers have the pass rush team still waiting on the bench. Dwayne Board is still up right end on second down and 8.
Drew Pearson back in the lineup for the Cowboys now. He goes wide to the right side against Ronnie Lott, and Tony Hill comes wide left.
Four-man line is in. Dean at left end.
Yep, he's lined up against Jim Cooper on the left side. One running back. Pitch out, Dorsett coming to the left. He's going to be spilled at the 35. It'll be third and a long 5 yards for the Cowboys as Jack Reynolds again makes the tackle.
This is probably the bleakest things have looked for Dallas all day. Wouldn't you say? The offense is just not doing anything right now. They've got to have a couple of plays to lift their spirits a little bit. And how interesting, the 49ers would make that move with Dean.
Montana, we are told now, had the wind knocked out of him. Should be back.
Let's see where Dean is going to line up now on the right end. Back where the Cowboys expected him to be.
3rd and 5, Dallas. And they've got the ball at their own 35. They will go from the shotgun. Danny White 5 yards back. White for the day is 8 out of 13. Motion from Butch Johnson, wide right. 5-man rush coming. White retreats, goes across the middle. It's caught. Nice catch. First down, Ron Springs. Or James Jones, rather. Out to the 45.
Very difficult catch for Jones because he was quite well covered by Leopold, the linebacker, who came with him across the middle of the formation, and Jones had to reach up and make a very tough catch. Normally he is into block. That was a big catch and a big confidence builder for Jones because he had fumbled 2 punts earlier in the day. So the Cowboys move out to their own 45 and driving.
Mike Downs, we are told, had a cramp, but he will return. 1st and 10, Dallas at their own 45. They trail by 4 with 3:20 to go, third quarter. Dorsett back with Springs in the I formation. Danny White hands it off to Dorsett. Comes left, scoots out to the 50 and down at the 49 or 49. That's a gain of 6.
That's important. He cut back against the grain, reestablished himself. Archie Reese, the nose tackle, made the stop. He got about 6. So they will call it officially 2nd and 4. Cowboys driving. Hope that they can get a score that would put them back in front. They are down now by 4, 21-17. Clock running at 2:44 left to play, third quarter.
Pearson goes wide to the right side. Cowboys in a double tight end set. Dorsett the deep back in the eye. Tom Rafferty will snap it. Danny White has it. Hand off to the short man, Springs. Comes left. Bolts down to the 45. May have another first down. It's going to be very close at the 49 or 45-yard line. And Jack Reynolds again with a tackle.
Really asserting himself now in the third quarter, Reynolds is. But the Cowboys do have a first down. They ran a counter play to Springs inside the San Francisco end at the 45-yard line.
Tony Hill brings the play in from the bench. Cowboys have 9 first downs now to 17 for the 49ers. Tony Hill goes wide right. Again, the double nope. It's Drew Pearson who breaks out from in tight and goes to the right side. 1st and 10 at the San Francisco 45-yard line. Pearson in motion wide to the left side. White rolls out to his right, pops it out for Springs. Springs tries to juke out of a tackle and can't. He's down at the 40 by Ronnie Lott. What a great open field tackle that was by the rookie out of USC.
Had anybody been out there to help out with blocking on Lott, Springs would have had all kinds of open territory down the right sideline. But Ronnie Lott was untouched, came up from the secondary, made, as Verne said, just a marvelous open field tackle. It was still good for a gain of about 4.5 yards, and they are officially going to call it 2nd and 6. But Lott made a fine open field play at the San Francisco 41-yard line.
1:10 to go, third quarter. 21-17, Cowboys, 2nd and 6 at the 49er 41. I formation in the backfield. Hand off Dorsett, coming left, dragged down after a gain of 1 to the 40-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 4. Willie Harper made the tackle on that play.
That one's not working.
Sure is not. 3rd and 5.
Another big play. Cowboys need a score.
40 seconds to go in the third quarter. John Hardy comes in defensively. And so does Fred Dean. He'll line up at right defensive end this time. Dorsett leads the Cowboy offense. And Dallas has 10 seconds to get the play snapped. They will go from the shotgun on 3rd and 5. Danny White in the spread, back 5 yards. Here's the snap, 4-man rush. White retreats, snaps, goes deep, right side for Butch Johnson. And there's a bump, and a flag is going to be called on Ronnie Lott. Pass interference on Ronnie Lott at the 11.
Now, that time there wasn't much doubt. Johnson was open. White had good protection. Lott came up and bumped him. Again, the 49ers are complaining, but it's pass interference. San Francisco, there was not much doubt about that. 11 seconds left in the third quarter, and the Cowboys with another big pass interference call on Lott.
Pass interference, defense, number 42, foul, first down.
Spot of the foul is the 12-yard line. Cowboys are that far away from reclaiming the lead.
It's 21-17, 49ers with 11 seconds to go in the third quarter, and here come the Cowboys. Pearson and Hill both to the right side. Dorsett and Springs in the eye right now. Now they shift into split backs. Should be the final play of the third quarter. White with a long count. Inside give to Dorsett. Jammed up, no gain.
Archie Reese again. He's beating Rafferty like a drum today. Archie Reese just exploded off the block into Dorsett. Probably lost half a yard, and that'll be the end of the third quarter.
That's the end of the quarter with our score. Dallas 17, San Francisco 21. Verne Lundquist and Brad Sham. The Cowboys trailing San Francisco 21-17. Dallas has a second down and 10 at the 49er 10-yard line.
Well, 12-yard line.
12-yard line. What did I say, 10?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I couldn't say it any better than that.
Yes, it has been a struggle. Seesaw ball game. The Cowboys have been the beneficiaries of 2 big pass interference calls against Ronnie Lott. Turnovers are 5 and 2. Dallas has the edge there, but the 49ers passing attack has gotten them a lead. They did get the go-ahead touchdown on a run.
Well, and Dallas has only 58 yards passing offensively, and most of that is due to the coverage in the 49ers secondary. White has been sacked 4 times, but that's been mostly because he had to run around and stand back there because there's nobody to throw to. Second down, 10, Dallas at the 49er 12.
And Tony Dorsett is out of the lineup. He is on the bench. James Jones and Ron Springs are the 2 running backs on second down and 10. Tony Hill goes left side against Eric Wright, and Drew Pearson comes right side against Ronnie Lott. Now Springs spreads out way to the left side, and Dwight Hicks goes out to work on him. Motion now from Tony Hill coming across to the right side. Danny White retreats to throw, fires into the end zone. It's at the 5. It's caught by Dupree at the 5-yard line. It'll be third and about 3 at the 5.
Good quick play by both White and Dupree on offense. Carlton Williamson coming up on defense, and the fellow who helped him make the play is very slow to get up. It is Willie Harper, the veteran linebacker. White with a quick timing pass on a slant out to Dupree. Into the double coverage, he made the catch. It'll be 3rd and 3. And Willie Harper is sitting down now, getting medical attention at the 5-yard line.
Trainers for the 49ers are both on the field, and the team position starts on now.
Boy, they're looking at his left leg right around the knee.
Willie Harper walks off by himself. The Cowboys have a 3rd and 3 at the 49er 5, and they trail by 4 points, 21-17. 14:35 to go in the game. Cosby and Dupree are both in the lineup. And here comes Dallas. So is Jay Saldi. Free tight end offense. And backs are in the eye. Now they split. Dorsett to the right and Springs directly behind Danny White. Motion from Jay Saldi. White has it. Play fake. Rolls out. Nobody open. Goes back to his left. He can run. Now he fires in the end zone, and there's a flag. Incomplete, and no flag is thrown. No flag is thrown in the end zone.
Had he run, he would have scored. Had he run, he would have scored. Dupree wants to know why there was no flag. I want to know why Danny White didn't run.
White could have run for the touchdown, going to the left side. But he pulled up.
Well, he pulled up. We can see in the replay. Pulled up because Ronnie Lott was in his vision. coming up quickly at about the 2-yard line. Septien will try a field goal. The ball will be marked at the 13-yard line. It looked like interference in the end zone, no flag, and it'll be a 23-yard field goal try to bring Dallas to within a point.
14:11 to go. Waters will hold at the 13-yard line. Snap is back. Here's Septien's kick, and it's good. And the Cowboys now trail by 1, 21-20.
Third down, and Danny White starts Saldi in motion. Back to throw. Looks. He's chased. He's on the run and throws, and incomplete in the end zone. And Cosby gets up hollering about interference, but I think his own man, Springs, knocked him down in the end zone. And now we'll see what Landry wants to do.
That is exactly what happened, and here comes Raphael Septien. Danny White had a touchdown if he had just kept the ball and run himself.
He started to run to the left, then he stopped and tried to force it into the end zone. There was all kinds of action. And I tell you, Eric Wright, who was defending on the play, may very well have drawn a flag on that one, Pat, but he didn't.
Could have been easily done. If Springs hadn't been in the same area, I think you would have seen a flag.
Here's Septien trying a 23-yard field goal. He kicked one of 45 yards earlier. The snap from center, Waters puts it down, and we have a one-point game. San Francisco leads Dallas 21-20 with 14:08 remaining in the game to determine the opponent for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Do you think Cincinnati is watching, or do you think they care who they play next week?
If they're watching, they're in the bathtub, I tell you, trying to thaw out after that cold day over in Ohio.
14:09 remaining in the ball game. The Cowboys cut the margin to 1, 21-20. On the 23-yard field goal from Raphael Septien, his second of the day. It may be the reason there was no flag thrown in the end zone had to do with Doug Cosby and Ron Springs both colliding. That may be why they didn't throw the flag. But at any rate, it was an incomplete pass. And now Septien will kick it deep to either Amos Lawrence or Bill Ring. 14:09 to go in the game. The winner plays Cincinnati 2 weeks from today in Pontiac, Michigan for the NFL Championship. Raphael Septien will wait for the whistle from Jim Tunney. There is the whistle, and here comes Septien. Kick is away, straight down the center. Lawrence will grab it at the 2-yard line. Starts to his right at the 5, the 10, up to the 15, and dragged down by Ron Fellows as he gets to the 19-yard line.
Well, it's time for the Cowboys to play defense again. They have scored only 3 points in the half, but the 49ers have scored only 7. Good coverage on the kickoff, so San Francisco at the 19.
Word on Willie Harper is that he twisted his left knee, but he will be back.
Michael Downs apparently got over his cramps. He is in at free safety, and Joe Montana got over his wind being knocked out. He's in at quarterback.
Mike Schumann is in the ball game. He comes to the left side. Motion now from Linville Elliott out of the backfield, and Montana's back to throw. Rolls right, goes deep. Man-for-man coverage with Thurman, and Schumann slipped on the field at the 45, and the pass is incomplete.
Al Schumann had about a step on him, but the ball was thrown too tall. Not much pressure at all that time on Montana, though. And we'll see if the Cowboys' playoff experience will be a factor. If it's going to be, this is where you'd expect it to be. 13:51 to play in a game in which Dallas trails by a point.
Solomon and Clark both come wide to the left side on 2nd down and 10 from the 19. Solomon in motion. Montana play fake. Wants to go deep again. Settles in the right flat for a wide open Freddie Solomon at the 35. And he's bumped out of bounds by Everson Walls at the 40-yard line with a first down. Oh, he had Walls turned completely around.
Yeah, very good route by Solomon to accomplish that. Walls, in fact, bounced off Solomon when Freddie ran into him coming off the line of scrimmage, and Walls just never recovered.
First down at the 40-yard line. Clock shows 13:44 to go in the game. Montana breaks the huddle. Eason Ramson is into the tight end. He comes to the left side, and Charlie Young is tight to the right. High formation in the backfield on 1st and 10. Montana hands it off. Linville Elliott gets by a tackler and comes left, and he's knocked out of bounds by Brunig with help from Michael Downs at the 44-yard line.
There's a good job by Ramson, the second tight end, of blocking in on Thurman, the cornerback. Thurman had come up to force on the run, and Ramson blocked him back to the inside and forced Thurman out of the play and able to pick up of about 4. It's second down 6.
Cowboys trail 21-20 with 13-13 to go in the game. Second down and 6, 49ers, and here they come. Mike Wilson is in at a wide receiver spot, and he's wide to the right side. Backs are in the eye for the 49ers. Hand off to the short man. Walt Easley tries to find a hole of a right guard, and he plunges forward to fumble, and I think Dallas has it. They do at the 50. Cowboys recover.
Well, maybe that will be the break Dallas has been waiting for, but only if they can move on this 49er defense. Ball will be right at midfield, and we can see as the replay comes up that Easley, the seldom-used fullback, took a tremendous shoulder hit from Brunig, and he brought his arm up off the ball trying to get Brunig out of the way. That caused the fumble, and it was recovered by Dallas.
Timeout on the field with our score. Dallas 20, San Francisco 21. 49ers have now lost 3 fumbles today.
Danny White had gone to the sideline, got the play, came back, then looked up and his teammates are pointing at the sideline, said, "Tom wants you." He went back, got another play.
So now that conversation is concluded and Danny White comes over. I wonder if they might not go for a big strike here on first down.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me.
They have not pulled out any exotics today. Let's see what they've got in mind on first and 10. Hill goes left against Eric Wright. Butch Johnson comes wide right against Ronnie Lott. Hand off Dorsett. Goes to the left side to the 45, to the 40. And breaks the tackle inside the 40 to the 39.
Grinding out the yardage.
Dorsett.
Clock running at 12:43.
Hit by Wright and Cookie.
Big 10-yard run by Dorsett, a 49er defender. Very slow to get up. It looks like Lawrence Pillars, the defensive lineman.
I believe it is, yes. Pillars is down at the Cowboy 47-yard line, and Dorsett's run got him to the 39.5.
That's 71 yards on the day for Tony now on 16 carries.
And he sat out almost a full quarter with a scratched left eye. 12:36 to go in the ball game. The NFC Championship game. Lawrence Pillars gets up now and will receive assistance, I believe, as he walks off the field.
He had to replace Dwayne Board, who may be their best overall defensive lineman. Pillars is all right now as he trots off the field under his own strength. But Board has replaced him at right defensive end. Dallas first down and 10 of the San Francisco 40. We still are not sure who recovered the fumble. We may be able to get that confirmation from the bench, but it was forced by Bob Brunig.
First down and 10, Dallas. Ball officially at the 40-yard line. The football is just inside the 40. Hill goes left side. He's caught a touchdown pass today. Drew Pearson comes wide right. I don't think Drew has caught a pass yet today. Split backs behind Danny White. Now they shift into the eye. Cowboys trailing by 1, 21-20. Now the shift in the offensive backfield. Danny White will throw. 4-man rush. He pops it deep for Springs to the 35, to the 30, down to the 28. Quick pass over in the right flat for Ron Springs.
And the Cowboys are moving now as well as they have all day on this drive. You're right, Pearson has not caught a pass. That's 4 for Springs for a total of 14 yards now. Dupree has caught 3 for 15. And White has 109 yards passing on 12 for 18. He has been sacked 4 times.
Here come the Cowboys. Dupree will split way wide left. Tony Hill and Drew Pearson are wide to the right side on first down. Pitch out, Dorsett going left. Gets a block from Springs to the 25, down to the 21-yard line.
There is not much disguise, is there, when they line up in that I formation? Now, we may see something fancy off the I formation later on in the quarter, but basically all day long it's been, if we come out in the I, we're going to go with a toss play, and you just try to stop us. And really the key to the play working, and it worked for 6 yards that time, is the lead block that Springs is able to throw.
It's second down and 4 at the 21-yard line. Danny White turns around to Ron Springs, now gets under Tom Rafferty in the back split. Dorsett to the left and Springs to the right. Motion from Drew Pearson. Play fake. White rolls out to his left, pulls up, goes deep. Man wide open. Cosby, touchdown. Doug Cosby with a touchdown catch.
Touchdown to Cosby.
Froze the defense with a play fake, and further froze the defense with Springs coming out as a safety valve man on the left side, short in the formation. Cosby, the big target, down at about the 2-yard line. White drilled it into him for the catch. Cosby bowled into the end zone. Dallas has regained the lead with 10:41 to play.
Raphael Septien will try and make it 27-21. Waters will hold. Rafferty will snap it. There's the snap. The kick is up, and it is good. There's a timeout on the field. The Cowboys have gone back in front. Our score, Dallas 27, San Francisco 21. A back and forth all afternoon. Cowboys fall behind 7-0. Cut it to 7-3, went in front 10-7, fell behind 14-10, went back on top 17-14, fell behind 21-17, cut it to 21-20, and now are leading 27-21. It has been back and forth. These two teams have slugged it out here before a sellout crowd in Candlestick Park.
It is truly a championship game. Truly is.
Now the Cowboys will kick it off to the 49ers, who have Bill Ring and Amos Lawrence deep. 49ers are going right to left here in the final quarter. Raphael Septien approaches. Here's the kick by Septien. It'll be taken this time by Bill Ring at the 1. Near side to the 5, the 10, out to the 15, and waylaid by Bob Newhouse.
Whoa, boy, did he lay a hit on it. Robert Newhouse, who told his younger teammates earlier this season, just carry me to the Super Bowl. Just carry me in. So the Dallas defense now will try to hold on to this 6-point lead. 49ers at their own 17-yard line to start the drive.
Here comes San Francisco. Montana has back split behind him, 2 tight ends and 1 wide receiver wide to the right side. First down and 10 at the 17 with 10:32 to go in the ball game. Montana back to throw. He's got time. Looks deep right side. Now lets it fly, and the man is open. Oh, no, tipped away. Bob Brunig with a great play. Earl Cooper, the intended receiver.
Boy, he had lots of room, too, but Brunig made a tremendous play. He was back in double coverage. They burned Brunig once with a back out of the backfield on a first down play. Lenville Elliott on the drive to their first touchdown. Brunig alert for it this time, went back with Cooper and just got a fingertip on the ball. Harvey Martin had looped in from the outside to apply pressure. Strange absence of any blitzing from the Cowboys. Most of the day, they've done a little bit of it. 2nd and 10.
Cowboys have the prevent defense in now, and Montana has the snap. Rolls out to his right, being chased. Nobody open. Now fires in a flat for Clark at the 25, to the 30, and down up at the 35-yard line with a first down. The elusive Mr. Clark burns the Cowboys again.
Ron Fellows finally got there to make the tackle. Montana was flushed out of the pocket by the pressure, but the protection was good enough that they never really got close to getting to him. And Clark, who was just a master at getting open, got out to the 35. 10-15. Clock is stopped.
Clark with 6 catches for 104 yards. First down and 10 at the 35. Split backs again, 2 tight ends. Montana rolls out to his right, looks deep again, and he pops it way downfield. Walls is down there. Everson Walls intercepts. The rookie from Grambling comes up with his 2nd pass interception of the day. They went deep for Solomon, and Walls played it perfectly.
Real good one-on-one coverage down the right sideline as the 49ers went for the bundle. And Walls deep in man coverage. Solomon made 2 cuts, but Walls, just as on his first interception, had a perfect line of sight for the ball and made the interception.
And Charlie Waters was the first one there to congratulate him. A timeout on the field with our score. Dallas 27, San Francisco 21. 10:07 remaining in the NFC Championship game from San Francisco. The Cowboys have come up with 6 turnovers today. 3 fumble recoveries, 3 pass interceptions, 2 by Everson Walls, 1 by Randy White. And Dallas has a first down and 10 at its own 27-yard line. Pearson and Hill come to the right side. Drew Pearson is playing in his 18th playoff game. He's caught a pass in each of the first 17. That is an NFL record. He's been blanked today. Pitch out, Dorsett going left with Donovan in front. Breaks one tackle, gets 2 yards. Or maybe got only back to the line of scrimmage, as Willie Harper was there to fill the hole.
He got 2 yards from the point where he got the ball, but I think he just got back to the line of scrimmage.
Cowboys will try and work on the clock, which now shows 9:50 to go.
I'm trying to remember when was the last one quite like this. This just, I don't know, this may be the most up and down kind of a thing since the late stages of the Redskin game in '79. I'm not sure.
Hill comes to the right side. Pearson is in tight to the right. Now he goes and flanks out wide right. Wide split behind Danny White under Tom Rafferty. Drew Pearson starts in motion to the left side, followed by Eric Wright. Power sweep to Dorsett, going left. Cuts upfield, runs into a tackle. Gain 2 this time. It'll be 3rd down and 8 from the 29-yard line.
49ers defense has not gotten enough credit this year, if today's any indication. Herb Scott had a great lead block, and what happened is the secondary came up and forced it back inside, Carlton Williamson. Their secondary has really played the run well.
Danny White, 13 out of 19 for 130 yards. The Cowboys are 4 out of 11 on 3rd down conversions, and they're looking at a 3rd and 8 right now. Leading by 6 with 8:45 to go in the game. Shotgun formation. Springs is back there with Danny White. The Cowboys have 9 seconds to get the play snapped. 4-man rush. White has the ball. Looks deep left side. Saldi with a diving catch. 1st down up at the 38-yard line. And that will not only give the Cowboys a 1st down, but keep that clock running.
Well, and the other thing is it keeps Joe Montana sitting on the bench. And that's, frankly, at this point, I'm about to lose my objectivity here, but I just really like watching Joe Montana in games like this sitting on the bench.
8:11, 8:10 to go in the ball game. 27-21. Cowboys huddle back at the 30 with a fresh set of downs. 1st down and 10.
That was a mighty fine catch by Saldi falling down.
Hill goes left. Pearson comes right. Wide split. Dorsett and Springs behind Danny White on 1st down. White will throw. 4-man rush. Screen pass right side. It's gotten by Dorsett. He wiggles out of one tackle. It's James Jones, rather, and he scoots up to the 42-yard line. He really had to work for about a 4-yard gain.
7:39, just an eternity remaining. The Cowboys trying to pad their lead, and the clock is a factor now insofar as if Dallas can get another touchdown, it'll really put a lot of pressure on the 49ers, and for the first time all day, the defense could tee off and play pass rush. You never want to say the 49ers are out of it.
Hill and Pearson come to the right side. Cosby is the tight end. He's tight to the left. So is Saldi in the lineup. One running back, it's Dorsett. Draw play. Coming to the right side with one blocker in front. Tries to turn the corner and does. He's out of bounds up near the 46-yard line. It'll be 3rd and about 3.
Good lead block by Donovan. Pulling tackle, coming left to right. And Dorsett now at 86 yards on 20 carries. Clock stopped at 7:02 as Dorsett went out of bounds.
3rd and a short 2 for the Cowboys at the 47-yard line. Cowboys are 28-1 in games in which Tony has rushed for more than 100 yards, and he's got 86 today. 49ers dig in. Saldi comes and lines up in a wing to the right side. 3 tight end offense for Dallas on 3rd down. It's up the middle to Ron Springs, and he's going to be close. Very close at the 48.5-yard line.
That's just about where he had to go, the 48.5-yard line.
Our captain, Wally Nicholson, says he made it. They're going to bring the chains on to confirm if the captain's eyes are still clear at the age of 50.
Well, the captain's eyes have failed him this time. Springs is short. And now, oh, wait a minute. Gene Shaw, our spotter, said he was short, but that was before
he's
the
the co-pilot, and if they disagree, we're in trouble. Here's the stretch of the chain.
We may make it as far back as Albuquerque tonight at that rate. 1st down.
1st down, Dallas. The captain will fly in the left seat on the way home. The co-pilot will continue to reside in the right seat. Old Bad Eye Shaw, our statistician. Well, that keeps the clock running with 6:50 to go. Dorsett now with 86 yards. First down and 10, Dallas at the 48-yard line. 27-21, Cowboys lead. Cosby tight to the right. Dupree tight to the left. Long count. Handoff Dorsett. Starts back to his right. Gets to the 50. He got 2. Jim Stuckey, the second-year pro out of Clemson, made the tackle.
And the clock runs at 6:25. I'm going to be 50 when this game ends. And I'm a long way away.
A lot farther than I am. 27-21.
Well, the clock, I don't know if it's that much of a factor yet with the score. It's exactly 6 minutes left.
Here come the Cowboys on second down and 9. At the midfield stripe with a 6-point lead. Rafferty over the ball, back shift into the eye, Dorsett the deep back. Danny White, pitch out, Dorsett coming right with Springs in front. Cuts upfield, gets to the 49 or 47-yard line. And that is it. It'll be third and about 5. With 5:42 remaining in the game. The Cowboys in this drive after Wall's interception have converted 2 third down plays. Or 2 third down plays for first down. They now have a third down and 5 at the 49 or 47, and here they come. Hill goes left. Donnelly is in the lineup with Drew Pearson. Shotgun formation on 3rd and 6. Snap back. Delayed blitz. White fires it out. Donnelly can't hang on. Incomplete.
He was well covered, very well covered by Eric Wright. But it was a catchable ball for the Cowboys' second-round draft choice.
All kinds of time left. 5:03.
5:03. Danny White will have to punt. I hate to tell you this, but the crowd size being what it is, I got to go downstairs now.
Okay, partner.
It's all yours.
Where is Rudy Gatlin? Is he still around?
See what you're made of. Here comes Rudy.
We may need him in the final minute of the game.
Rudy may sing here, but not just yet.
Danny White back to punt on 4th down and 5. Snap is back, rush is coming, and White kicks it away. Nice high kick. Fair catch called by Solomon. He grabs it at the 10 and falls down.
He was bumped by Dickerson, so the crowd is yelling, but Dickerson stumbled into him. There will be no flag. 49ers at the 10. The Dallas defense now must hold 4:54 away from an NFC Championship. Dallas leading 27-21.
27-21 Dallas, 4:54 to go. And the 49ers are 89 yards away. They've got the ball at their own 11-yard line. Montana for the day is 17 of 27 for 226 yards. Intercepted 3 times, trapped 3 times. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns. 49ers have 94 yards rushing and 206 passing for an even 300. Cowboys have 114 yards rushing and 112 passing for 226 yards. Key factor thus far, turnovers. Dallas has gotten 6 of them. 3 pass interceptions and 3 fumble recoveries. 4:54 remaining. 27-21, Dallas leads. Winner meets Cincinnati in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks. And here come the 49ers. Dwight Clark will go wide to the right side, and so will Freddie Solomon, and Charlie Young splits off wide to the left. Ball at the 11, Fred Quillen over it. Play fake. Ball is flipped into the flat and dropped by Lenville Elliott. He was backing up, and he was all by himself. Tony Dickerson, I think, had responsibility for covering him, but he was well off of Lenville Elliott. It'll be 2nd down and 10. That only ran 6 seconds off the clock, 4:50 to go in the game. Guy Brown hurries into the lineup defensively for the Cowboys. Somebody's got to get out. It's going to be Tony Dickerson. And he has to hurry. He makes it. 2nd down and 10 at the 11. Motion out of the backfield, Earl Cooper, followed by Benny Barnes. Handoff up the middle, big hole, Elliott out to the 16-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 4, and the clock is running with 4:40 to go in the game. Lenville Elliott with the carry. It'll be 3rd down and about 4 at the 17-yard line. Clock shows 4:24 and winding down. Here come the 49ers. Elliott will go wide to the right side as a wide receiver. and nobody's out there to cover him yet. Now finally Everson Walls goes out. Here's Montana back to throw. Deep left side. Man is open. Ball is incomplete or intercepted. Who got it? It's complete, and it's good for the first down at the 22. Catch is made by Freddie Solomon. And the clock shows 3:59 to go in the game. Big third down conversion. Solomon will leave, and Mike Wilson comes in. 3:45 to go in the ball game. 1st and 10 at the 23. Clark comes to the left side. Splitbacks behind Joe Montana. Montana handoff. Linville Elliott on the power sweep to the right. He's to the 25 to the 30, and he gets out of bounds with another first down out to the 33-yard line. And the clock is still running with 3:20 to go. They'll move the chains with a first down and 10. Ball is out to the 34. 27-21 Cowboys. They came from behind on a 27-yard pass to Doug Cosby earlier in this quarter. Mike Wilson comes wide to the left side. Clark goes wide right. Montana with back split behind him on 1st and 10. Hands it off again. Power sweep to the left side. Linville Elliott up to the 35, to the 40 and down. At the 41-yard line. That's a gain of 6. The 49ers crossing up the Cowboys by going with an unexpected ground game all of a sudden. 2:45 to go, and the clock continues to unravel. 2nd down and 3. Gain of 7 for Elliott on the last play. 49ers have all 3 of their timeouts left. The Cowboys have only 2. Bruce Thornton hurries onto the lineup for Dallas, and Randy White is trying to get off the field. He'll have to hurry. Splitbacks, Montana, he'll throw it this time. Flips it into the flat behind Linville Elliott. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 3. I don't know why they brought Bruce Thornton in for Randy White, but it was a late substitution. Randy may have indicated that he was hurt. Now on 3rd and 3, Guy Brown comes in. And Tony Dickerson will leave. Here come the 49ers, 3rd and 3 from their own 41-yard line, trailing by 6. Everybody spread. Montana hands it off up the middle. A flag is down. 49ers get the first down if the play stands. We'll see what the call was. It was made by the line judge. 2:18 remaining in the game. Offside, Dallas. That's a first down. Second, 3rd down conversion in this drive. Here's the call.
Offside, defense, number 77, makes it a first down.
Bruce Thornton was offside. The ball is moved to the 46. It's 1st down and 10 with 2:18 to go in the game. Dwight Clark goes wide to the right side. Freddie Solomon comes wide to the left side. And Montana has him back at the line. He'll throw this time. Back to throw. Goes into the flat. It's caught at the Cowboy 48-yard line. That'll be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Catch is made by Earl Cooper. Randy White hurries back on the field. 2 minutes remaining in the ball game, and timeout has been called. There's a timeout on the field with our score. Dallas 27, San Francisco 21. 49ers have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. And they have the ball at the Cowboy 49-yard line. They have moved from their own 11 to the Cowboy 49 in about 3 minutes. We have exactly 2 minutes remaining in the ball game. The winner of this one meets Cincinnati for the championship of the NFL in 2 weeks. And this one's going down to the final few seconds. 27-21, Dallas. But the 49ers on the move, and here they come. Solomon will go wide to the right side, and Clark, who has caught 6 for 104, comes wide left. Montana has it, handoff, here's a reverse going to the right side. It's Solomon to the 45, to the 40, still on his feet and down at the 36. Freddie Solomon on the reverse, picks up 13 yards. Clock shows 1:44 to go. First down and 10, 49ers will go without a huddle. One running back, it's Earl Cooper. Montana back to throw. Looks deep right side. Fires into the flat. It's caught by Dwight Clark at the 25. Out of bounds to kill the clock with 1:31 remaining. They have driven from their own 11 to the Cowboy 25, and they've got 91 seconds to go in the championship game. Clark with his 7th catch for 114 yards. 1st and 10, San Francisco, 25 yards away from the lead. Clark and Solomon come wide to the left side. Montana under Fred Quillen. Motion now Lenville Elliott out of the backfield wide right. Montana retreats. Looks down the middle, nobody open. Now fires it deep into a crowd, caught at the 13. Catch is made by Freddie Solomon. This has been a marvelous drive by the 49ers, who now use the first of their 3 timeouts. Let's pause 15 seconds for station identification. This is the Dallas Cowboys Radio Network. 49ers are still huddled back at the 22-yard line. What a thrilling drive by San Francisco from their own 11 to the Cowboy 13. Eason Ramson will come in the lineup for San Francisco, and so will Mike Wilson. Montana has talked it over with Bill Walsh. Lenville Elliott leaves, and Dwight Clark comes out. 1:15 to go, the ball at the 13-yard line. 49ers huddle back at the 20. And here they come. 2 wide receivers, wide left, Solomon and Wilson. 1 running back. Cowboys try and get their defense set, and Montana drops back to throw. Plenty of time again. Goes deep in the end zone, incomplete. He had Solomon open and overthrew him. The Cowboys are not getting a pass rush here at this critical point in the game. They have put very little pressure on Joe Montana in this drive. And Solomon had gotten away from Everson Walls on the last pass and was in the end zone, but the pass was overthrown. Now Elliott comes back in. So does Dwight Clark. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 13 of the Cowboys. Clark goes to the right side. Solomon comes to the left. Cooper and Elliott are split behind Joe Montana on 2nd down and 10. Handoff. It's Lenville Elliott. Power sweep to the left to the 10. Driven down and knocked down at the 6-yard line. The clock keeps running with 1 minute to go. 59 seconds remaining. And now the 49ers will call timeout. They are facing a 3rd down and 2 with 58 seconds remaining in the game. What a surprising call by the 49ers. The ball has been spotted at the 6. It's 3rd and 3 with 58 seconds to go. The ball just inside the 6-yard line. One timeout left for San Francisco. They began this drive with 5 minutes and some seconds left, and they had the ball at their own 11-yard line. They have gotten as far as the Cowboys' 6-yard line. Lenville Elliott now with 48 yards on 10 carries. Earl Cooper 39 yards on 8 carries. And the 49ers huddle back at the Cowboy 15. They break, and here they come. Clark goes to the right side, so does Solomon. Splitbacks on 3rd down and 3 from the Cowboy 6. 49ers trail. Montana on the rollout to the right side. Pulls up, being chased, finally fires in the end zone. Clark, touchdown! Dwight Clark catches the ball. 9.5 yards deep in the end zone. Drive
Montana was feeling some pressure as he rolled to his right, and Clark had to get way up in the air to make the catch. His 8th catch of the game. Wersching will try and tack on the extra point to break the tie. Here's the snap. It's good. The kick is up, and it is good, and the 49ers lead by 1. An 89-yard drive began at the 11-yard line. The touchdown comes from 6 yards out, Montana to Clark. And the Cowboys now have 51 seconds left. They do have 2 timeouts remaining. 14 plays in the drive. It consumed 4 minutes and 3 seconds. And James Jones, Steve Wilson, and Timmy Newsom go back to return the kick of Ray Wersching. 28-27, 49ers. Wersching comes back over to the bench and now trots out to the middle of the field. 51 seconds to go, 28-27, a 4-minute drive by the 49ers. Brilliantly executed. And they get the touchdown on a 3rd and 3 from the Cowboys' 6-yard line. Now the Cowboys have got to hope for a big return from Jones, Wilson, or Timmy Newsom. Wersching from 5 yards away, approaches in the kick. It'll bounce in front of Newsom. He gets it at the 11, back to the 15, to the 20, comes right and knocked out of bounds at the 25-yard line. And that ran off 4 seconds. There are 47 seconds remaining in the ball game. Cowboys will go to the shotgun with 25 seconds remaining, or rather 47 seconds remaining in the game. They've got to get within field goal range for Raphael Septien. Pearson goes wide to the left side. Tony Hill comes wide right. And the Cowboys will not go from the shotgun. They go from a regular formation. Snap is back. White retreats. Pulls up. Fires it deep. Ball is going to be caught. Drew Pearson at the 45. Pearson is down at the San Francisco 44-yard line, and the Cowboys call time. With 38 seconds remaining in the game, Drew Pearson makes his first catch of the day. And the ball is at the 44-yard line. Pearson went into triple coverage to make the catch. And time has been called with 38 seconds remaining, and the Cowboys trailing by 1. That's a 31-yard pass catch by Drew Pearson. And he got loose to the 44-yard line. They need about another 14 yards for Septien. Hicks and Leopold have talked it over on the 49er bench. 38 seconds to go in the ball game. Cowboys. Danny White has talked it over with Tom Landry. Ball back at the 44 of San Francisco. Now Dwight Hicks leaves the 49er bench and gets back in the defensive huddle. Pearson's first catch of the day. Danny White is 16 of 23 for 174. Hill goes left side. Pearson comes right side. Again, no shotgun. Up and down set by the offensive line. Rafferty over the ball, and the snap is back. White goes back. Here comes the brush. He's going to be buried back at the 45-yard line. A fumble. Who got it? There's a scramble for the ball at the 50. 49ers have the ball. 30 seconds remaining. And Danny White was hit and sacked and fumbled. The ball squirted up to the 50-yard line. White was hit by Lawrence Pillars. Donovan reached out trying to get the ball and couldn't get it, and Jim Stuckey recovered. Montana falls down. And the first guy back there is Charlie Waters, and the guy you've got to feel sorry for, Charlie Waters and D.D. Lewis. This will be their final game. Cowboys use their final timeout to kill the clock with 27 seconds to go. No more timeouts for Dallas. An 89-yard touchdown drive sealed the Cowboys' fate. They got it back to the 44 of San Francisco, but on first down, Danny White was sacked. Lawrence Pillars hit him. There was a fumble. Donovan tried to get to it, but Stuckey recovered. And the 49ers now will eat up the remainder of the clock. Montana falls down. 28-27, that's it. The clock winds down with 20 seconds remaining. It is over. The 49ers will meet Cincinnati in the Super Bowl in Detroit in 2 weeks. And for the Cowboys, the third time in 3 years. They have lost in the NFC Championship game. Time has expired here at Candlestick Park. An unbelievable finish to a thrilling football game. And the 49ers will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks. Now this is Verne Lundquist along with Brad Sham and our producer Gary Brandt saying thanks for joining us. Stay tuned for the postgame show. Again, our final score, the 49ers 28, the Cowboys 27. This is the Dallas Cowboys Radio Network.
Sham back in the Cowboy locker room visiting with a disappointed Cowboy quarterback, Danny White. Quite a finish. Let's talk about the last play. I know you were upset, claiming what, that your arm was going forward when you were hit?
Well, I was trying to throw the ball, Brad. I was trying to throw the ball downfield when I got hit, and the ball went forward, and I don't know why he felt that I wasn't trying to throw the ball. And without seeing the replay, I know I was trying to throw the ball, and the fact that the ball went forward seems to me like you've got to be trying to throw it for it to go forward like that.
When you hit the pass to Drew, you must have been very optimistic that you were going to get in the field.
Oh, there's no question. We had plenty of time. We needed another 15 yards to get in the field goal range, and there's no question we could have done that. We had a good play on. Had I been able to gotten just a little more time to throw the ball, we would have completed it. But we'll come back. We got 3 more plays, and we'll come back and hit one of them for 15 yards and kick a field goal.
For most of the day, the pressure was pretty good. But you seem to have basically enough time. I just thought their coverage was very, very good on your receiver.
Well, they had good coverage, and they had a good pass rush. They really did. I felt pressure most of the day. I didn't feel like we ran enough play-action type passes that holds the rush a little bit. And that's kind of what we needed. And they did a good job covering our receivers, but, we really didn't ever establish a passing game. We went out to establish the run. That's what's been our strong point all year. And that's what you've got to do. You stick with what's been your strength all year, and that's what we did. And we didn't ever establish a passing game.
There probably isn't a way to express, I wouldn't think, the disappointment of coming this close and coming up short.
Well, Brad, it's one of those times, professional sports, it's great when you're on top, and it's great when you're winning, and the highs are extremely high, and I've said it many times before. The highs are just about as high as they can get. We've had a few of them, but this is one of the low points, and the lows are about as low as you can get, and you have to be able to deal with both as a professional athlete, and this one's going to take a little time to deal with.
You think you look back on this and see some things that you might have learned today?
Oh, I don't know. Brad, it's just the only thing you can learn from this is the fact that the game's never over. You can't ever relax. You've got to score when you have an opportunity to score. We had some bad plays today that cost us some points. The interception cost us 7 points, and you can go through the game and find big plays. It's just a matter of making more big plays and fewer mistakes than the other team, and that's about all you can learn from it. We just been here before. We were here last year. We got a little closer this year, but it doesn't make it any better. You know, I just soon lost by 4 touchdowns by 1 point.
Marvelous year individually for you, Dan. Thanks for visiting with us.
Okay, thank you, Brad.
Now let's go back to Verne Lundquist in the booth.
Okay, Brad, thanks a bunch. It was the final game for Charlie Waters and D.D. Lewis, and that closes another chapter for the Cowboys. They will leave a legacy of excellence and class, those two young men, as they go on to their private lives now, out of athletic professionalism. For Charlie Waters and D.D. Lewis, it comes to a close in the final minute here at Candlestick Park. For the rest of the Cowboys, and there'll be some changes next year, it all begins again in July, and of course, it seems like eons away right now, but it won't be. It'll pass quickly once the sting of this one is gone for the Cowboys, and that could take a little while. KRLD in Dallas, the Cowboys' official flagship station, hires and pays members of the Dallas Cowboy Radio Network crew. Now, this is Verne Lundquist along with Brad Sham and our producer, Gary Brandt, with a final word of thanks to our production crew, our stadium engineer, Mike Baird, and John Trinidad, our studio coordinator, Bill Bailey. We invite you to join us the first weekend in August for the Cowboys' first preseason game of the 1982 season. Again, our final score today in the NFC Championship game at Candlestick, the 49ers 28, the Dallas Cowboys 27.